Hey, everybody, welcome here to the first little voyeur, not voyeur, we're not voyeurs, hold on. Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Voyage.
Already.
Voyage, we're doing
10
voyage.
seconds
We're doing
into
voyage,
it.
not voyage. That's a different channel, probably. Welcome to the Open Bar. Open Bar here on Stay Tuned Sports. I'm your boy King. That's your good friend Jimbo right over there. You know the deal. You like anything about us. You like anything that's going on in this channel. You like being a voyeur. I don't know, apparently. Like, share, hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Link for the donation station and the merch store up in the top of the chat and in the description below this video. Jimbo, how we doing, brother?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I did my, I like these Fridays off. I really do. Like, I get so much done. So that way now Saturday, I could just do whatever the fuck I want. Which tomorrow is the Baby Pens versus the Phantoms St. Patrick's Day game. So there better be some fights or I'm gonna be a little pissed off. Maybe I'll jump on the ice and start the fights.
Nothing's gonna beat the St. Patrick's Day massacre from I think it was 99 or 2000.
Yeah,
now, that was before I lived up there. That was I was still living down here in Jersey, and that was a thing, man. That was like you go up there. Yeah. That's still a legend up there in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton area. Is the old St. Patrick's Day massacre. What do we got in here? Crafty in the chat. Earlier on there, we see there. Oh, Jimbo. Oh, that was you typing in there. I was like, is that ELS in there? What do we got? Oh, but ELS is in there. Cheers to you, brother. Great to see you, ELS. Cheers to you. Yeah, grab your beverage of choice, ladies and gentlemen. Join us here on this great evening. Yeah, no, that was a bit of the lore there, and that's one of the reasons I always liked the AHL and some of the minor league hockey stuff like that, because they still throw knucks down there. Like in the NHL, it's kind of out of it a little bit. They've kind of pulled back on it. You know, it's still there, but not nearly. And down in the AHL, they are still throwing knucks all the time. It's great.
I mean, if you get a chance to look up the video of that fight, like I forget the player's name. His fight got to the point that he was just in shoulder pads. His jersey was gone.
There was a couple,
he had pants on.
I think one. Dennis Bondvie, I think, was one of them. Bondvie, of course, legendary. He's got his numbers up there in the rafter only because of just how that dude fought.
Yeah,
he's a legend. He's a Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguin legend. He has his number up in the rafters, not because he was a great goal scorer, not because he was somebody that was extremely talented. He was there in Wilkes-Barre for most of his career. He was there because he knocked motherfuckers out. That's why I was there. And I was able to. I met him a couple times. The nicest guy in the world, by the way.
Oh,
nicest guy in the world. Shook his hands a couple times. I went to. He had that cookie shop over there on Main Street in Wilkes-Barre for a while.
Okay, like on the corner there.
Yeah. Met him there. Met him at the Arena Bar and Grill a couple times. Shook his hands a couple times. Hands of like when you hear someone say that someone has hands of stone, like hands of granite.
Yeah.
Dennis Bondvie had hands of granite. You shook his hands. It was like shaking hands with the Rock Man from Neverending Story. These look like big, strong hands. Yeah, motherfucker, they were. They knocked motherfuckers out. That was man. I met Paul Bissonnette too when he was down there. Again, that's why I've liked Paul Bissonnette from the jump, because he was all he was Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguin for a while when I was first there, when I first had the season tickets up there. So I always I was an early. I was an early bandwagoner on the Paul Bissonnette train. I was there for for his first tweet about panty soup. I was there for that one there. That was his intro into kind of being that kind of guy. ELS in the chat. He says, I need to wait until Monday for the Blizzard's home opener now. They moved that. Yeah, that does suck for you. The reason that the game was rescheduled is that we're supposed to get over a foot of snow on Sunday. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah.
By the way, kind of sucks. This week we've had like 70 degrees most of the week up here in the Northeast, which has been a welcome change, but a much welcome change. It's gotten a little bit colder, obviously, the today, and now this weekend's going to be cold, which sucks, right? You get to the weekend, and you're like, oh, man, maybe we'll get some of those 70 degrees. No, go fuck. That's not going to happen. But, yeah, so what else is going on? You get enough sleep there, buddy?
I hate this, like, I don't know what's going on with me. Like, mentally, I'm messed up in the head. We all know that, you know,
Well, I mean,
how I talk, and
we
I am
both
friends
are.
with you.
We both are. I mean, like, what else are we doing here?
But went to bed last night, fell asleep about 8 o'clock, woke up at 1 o'clock, and just lay there looking at the ceiling. So I've been up since 1 o'clock. So take tired plus me drinking equals shit could get real.
Probably going to be an early night. Probably going to be
Yeah.
early. But this is, like I told you before, like, this is something that I know about. Like, we naturally, like, apparently, like, we're not supposed to sleep through the whole night. Like, it's apparently part of our circadian rhythm and all that other shit is, like, we have, like, first sleep. Because, like, back in our hunter-gatherer days and early agriculture days, like, we would have first sleep. And then we'd wake up, like, around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, do some stuff, grab a little snack, something to eat. Apparently, the researchers said, apparently this was also a time that a lot of the presidents had sex, and this is when they would do that. So, which I can get behind. I can fine with waking up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, have a little bit of sex, fall back asleep, and that's how you have your second sleep. So apparently that's always been kind of the thing. And it's only like in recent human history, like since the invention of the electric light and things of that nature, that and artificial lighting everywhere, and the making of what are work hours and what are rest hours and whatever, that we've tried. Okay, well, we have to sleep through the whole night now, and then up all during the day, and it's because that was the thing. We'd have those 2 sleeps there in the night, and then you'd also probably have like a little nap in the afternoon, like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You'd take like a half hour, 45-minute nap. A little siesta, as it were, and do that. We don't do that anymore. So sometimes we still find that case, and that happens to me a lot. Me, it's always like 3. Usually right around 3 o'clock, 3:20, somewhere around there is I'm up. Sometimes I can fall back asleep. Most times I can't. Most times, like if I'm up at 3, I'll wake up. I'm up then, all right, fine. I'll go out. I'll turn on the TV, see what's going on with the news. Not that much going on with the news these days, but, you know.
Not at all.
So do that. And sit on the couch. And then sometimes I will fall asleep again on the couch. And then I'll wake up again later on. Usually because Pepper Jack's kicking me in the head and said, get up. You know, but ELS in the chat says, fuck Illinois. Just fuck a state.
Okay.
All right, ELS, my God. He says the Badgers beat them in the Big Ten College Basketball Tournament quarterfinals. Oh, so you beat them. So why are you being so mean to them? You should just be like, hey, fighting Illini. You put up a good fight, but the old Badgers got you this time. Sorry, guys. Better luck next year. Like, you're so mean. So mean, ELS.
Yeah, like, wow, yeah.
Such a ravenous, mean-spirited
man. So speaking of basketball there, I saw today or yesterday one of the conferences are going away from the LED basketball court.
I wanted to bring this up, yes, because I did see that as well. The Big 12, that was their big thing. They were going to do the LED floor that you could change, and you could do graphics on the floor, which is great concept. I like it. I like the idea of it. And I know they did it for like the celebrity basketball game at one of the NBA All-Star games a couple years ago. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's that they could, if they work on that and fix things up. And it seemed like that was something it seems like they were working on it. They were trying to perfect it. And it seems like, hey, this was going to be our big test to see how this glass floor that we can do the graphics and everything on would work. Looks like they got to go ahead and change. Got to still do a little bit more research on it. Still got to do a little bit more.
Was there glitches or something?
What's that?
Was there glitches that was it glitches or something like they were bouncing?
It was too slippery.
Oh, really?
Players were have a couple of the players. I think maybe one from Kansas might have. I think that's the one thing I saw. Let me see. It might be there. Let me see. Let me see if I can pick this up. Because, yeah, but that was the thing. It was like, it's a glass floor, or, you know, whatever kind of substance. They're calling it glass or some kind of reinforced glass. You know, something that's not going to shatter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in making it, they thought they had it to where, you know, you could have it as long as you get the the rosin on the shoes like you would do with the regular hard courts anyway, that it would be fine. Apparently not, because apparently a lot of players have been slipping. Some players have slipped and injured their groin, like I said, and they're just they were just like, you know what? Okay, so now we're gonna change this, and we're gonna. My point with this is, like, again, love the concept. I love trying something new.
Yeah.
I love doing that. Like, you know, you can have somebody hit a 3-pointer and the court can go, like, 3, you know, or do something like that. I think that's super cool. I think that's a neat little thing. Everything in this world now is visual. The more you can make something almost look like a video game in real life, people are going to jump onto that, you know. Like, I'm wondering how long it's going to be until they start putting fiber optics into the NFL turf so that you can actually have the first down marker on the field and see the yellow line. Now, the yellow line might not be official still, but you can still see it if you understand. It's like, it feels like we're moving towards that kind of stuff. If we're going to do that, let's not start doing it during the postseason tournament when we have teams' whole seasons on the line. Do this shit early on in the year for some of those like invitational tournaments. Do it for all that, but do like putting this. Oh, we got this new innovative technology, never been seen before, never going to be done before. When are you going to do it? In the most important portion of the season. We're going to do it for our postseason tournament, getting a championship for the Big 12. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, that was my thing. And then that's the sad thing about it, is that because of all these issues and all the complaints and the injuries and the slipping and all of it, it becomes, well, now why'd you do it? You know?
Yeah.
And now it becomes a failure. And now the other thing about it is it's going to be, who else will ever try this again?
Yeah.
Will it ever be tried again? Will they try to fix it? Will they try to find a way to make it not as slippery? I don't know, a way that you could do that with the material that's on there. I don't know. But again, great idea, cool concept. But if you can't keep the players safe, if you can't keep them from tearing their groin in half, then that's going to be a problem. And there you go. There it is. Let me see. I'm still trying to find. I could find the actual player or how many people did. Anything like that.
Because when I saw it and that they're changing it, like, I knew we're in March, so I thought maybe March Madness has started and stuff like that. I'm thinking that's not fair to the teams that maybe got eliminated already, that they're, okay, we got the teams in there that we want now, so we're going to switch it over so we can get some good games.
Yeah, no, you could say it was the one Kansas player, I believe, got hurt, but there was everybody was slipping. People were trying to go up to guard somebody, and as they went to stop short, they fucking went ass over teacups and all that. So now they did put the hardwood court back down, but it's the hardwood court that has that nauseating XII pattern on the court. I don't know if you remember that from last year.
Okay.
That was just like that. So it's like, it's better for the players, but I'm not going to watch it because that's going to make me vomit. I'm going to vomit while watching that. It's going to be bad. Crafty says, maybe you guys could do some comedy shorts, especially in the off season. Thank you for the suggestion. We are the comedy.
I was going to say, just watch our shows.
Where's the booze? It's right here, Crafty. Look at that. You going to join us for it? Here we go. We got it's open bar, baby. There you go, baby.
And I got mine in my beer koozie in case this company wants to sponsor us. I don't. We don't.
I have
give free.
Well, that's it. I have the aluminum bottles, but I'm not going to drink it on air. I have it just here in the regular pint glass because you want to, Miller. It's Miller Lite, by the way, is what I'm drinking. So I just, if you want to sponsor us, that's fine. But and maybe we will because, as I was telling you before. Okay, before we get into talking any of that stuff. Have you seen the new Titans uniforms and logos and branding and everything?
Yes.
And if you have, initial thoughts?
I don't like them.
Really? Really? Okay,
yeah.
why is that?
It just for an NFL team, they look like a ninth grader did it for a project.
I disagree. Now, see, this is where me and you were going to disagree. Because
if you're gonna go, if you're gonna lean into the Houston Oilers feel,
right?
Just change your name, get the oil rig or whatever you call it, change the logo to that.
Yeah. No, and some people have said that. Obviously, here's the thing. I like it. Most of the people that were in the chat last night liked it. There were a lot of people who said kind of seemed like, oh, boring. Oh, it seems bad. See. Here's the problem: is when you overproduce, when you over design something, you get what the Titans had for the last 6-7 years, which was that uniform mess that they had, which was horrendous. Yeah. So I'll say this: the uniform they have now that you just saw, in comparison to what they wore for the last 8 years or so, upgrade or downgrade?
See, that's the other thing. The one uniform from last year, I think it was the alternate that you just absolutely hated. I think it was the red helmet with the blue or the
no,
the
that's the Texans.
Jersey.
You're talking about Texans there with the red helmet.
That's what I mean. Texans and Oilers.
Titans didn't have an alternate.
Yeah, that's right.
They had the blue helmet and the goofy fucking numbers.
I think it's still a downgrade though.
Oh my God, No. Again, because this was another point during the stream that I was saying. I was like, no matter how you feel about it, whether you think it's boring, whether you do like it, like I did, it's 1,000% better than the uniform they had. You can argue that maybe the first set they ever had as the Titans is still, it probably fits better as the Titans. You're not trying to copy the Oilers. You're your own thing. It looks better. If they could have just maybe updated the numbers on that one, you can, update the stripe so it's not the stupid Raven stripe going down the side as I expose my bald spot here. You could have tweaked it here or there, but still made that, kind of brought back that feel with the shoulder stripes and everything like that. I think it would have been fine. And I think you can make an argument that's still probably the best Titans look.
Yeah,
but this uniform now is right up there. To me, it's a massive improvement over the uniforms they had. To me, I feel like it's one of the more solid uniforms in the league right off the bat. And again, to echo the sentiment of the chat that we had last night, and ELS brought up the same thing. The only thing that was universal across the board is that everybody hated the white face mask. They really need to have a red face mask to go with that. Because when you look at that straight on, because the way the striping pattern is on the helmet, it kind of looks like the fucking Dolphins. Because it's the white face mask, white helmet, and the striping pattern is that really thick center stripe and two little bitty tiny little red stripes down the bottom. You look at it, it's like, oh, that's the Dolphins. That looks like the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only thing. So I'm hoping by training camp, if we can bully them hard enough, they'll get the red face masks on there. Because they can do that. They can change that. They can get the red face masks in. And you can't change the logo for 5 years. You can't change the uniforms for 5 years. Those are NFL rules. So now that they've changed the uniforms, they've changed the logo, they've done all that, we got a 5-year period unless you want that changed. And I don't see these getting changed in a 5-year period.
Yeah.
But if you want, you can change the face mask. And I think that's something that they need to do 100%. Alicia in the chat, she's saying, if I'm looking at the right one, it's basic and kind of boring. I'm not sure if I'm even looking at the right one. If it kind of looks like the Houston Oilers, that's the right one. That's the one. So I like it. I think it's a vast improvement from what they had. ELS marked it at a 7.8 out of 10. I did a 7.5 out of 10. I think if they do the red face mask, it instantly becomes an 8. And I believe somebody also asked, how did I rank it in the... Okay, so here's the question. Of all the teams in the AFC South, you got the Colts, Titans, Jaguars, and Texans. How would you rank their uniforms based on your overall aesthetic pleasantness to you?
All right, so we got the Colts, Jaguars, Titans, and then Texans. Even though I don't like Lawrence, I like the Jaguars jerseys and helmets. I mean the Colts, they're just white and blue. Like there's nothing really that stands out. Like, oh my god, I want to get that jersey because it's cool looking. So I put the Colts 3. I put Texans 2, and then Tennessee 4. Wow. As of right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So me and you are a little bit off because I have the Colts at number 1. I think the Colts they've had that uniform for well over 50 years now. I like that they went back to the old school kind of serif numbers that they have now. I think that looks great. I mean, the Colts uniform looks like a football uniform. It just screams football. Love it. Love everything about it. I think it's the most solid design in the division. I think here's the problem with the Jaguars is that the Jaguars uniform looks like a practice jersey. No stripes on the pants. There's no outlines on the numbers on the jerseys. It's very bad. And I was not a big fan of the ultra detailed version of the Jaguar head when they redid that a couple years ago. I feel like if they went back to their like the throwbacks they wore this year from like the 90s, the late 90s, early 2000s, that uniform to me would be number 1, not only in the division, that'd be very close to being one of the tops in the league. It is a beautiful uniform that they had. The one they have now, I was not a huge fan of. And you heard me discuss all year this year how much I really don't like the Texans uniforms. When they redesigned them last year, not a fan of it. I think they had a great design. If they wanted to tweak it, I understood that. But they made the numbers look fucking dumb. They added the home and road uniforms are completely weird and different. They tried to do the weird horny stripes on it, and it looks bad. And then the alternate uniform is just, big Satan uniforms. Not fan. It's just oh, it looks like a bull. No, they look like fucking Beelzebub. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, it looks bad. So my ranking, when somebody asked me that, I said it was Colts 1. I said it might be a recency bias, but I'll say right now, Titans 2 with this new uniform they have. I had Jaguars 3 and Texans 4. So, because that's how I looked at it. I was like, ooh, I wasn't a fan of it. I'm still not a fan of those Texans uniforms. Crafty in the chat, by the way, says Colts uniforms look like the designer got back from vacation day before the deadline. It was also like the 50s when they came up with it. You know what I mean? Those Colts uniforms have not changed in literally like 65 years. Like it took
3 weeks to get from Indy to New York.
It's kind of like the Packers. It's kind of like the Bears. It's what that is. Like the Steelers now, they're over 55 years of having their uniform the way it is. It's just those are solid uniforms. And no, I know Pittsburgh changed the number fonts, 20 years ago or whatever, which they need to scrap that. That's the one thing I really did like about the Titans is that they went with just the straight block athletic font. Thank God. Somebody stopped trying to be... Because that was the problem with the last uniform. One of the biggest problems I had with the last uniforms the Titans had, amongst a lot of shit. But the last problem I had with it was that the numbers were so over-designed, they looked terrible. They were too thin. Some of the numbers you didn't know what fucking number it was supposed to be. Like, what are we doing? Like, it was so bad. It was so bad. Crafty says, my biggest pet peeve for unis is when they look too closely like in other teams. But see, that's the problem too, is like I don't have a problem with that, but when you try to do too much, like that's when you get like the Buccaneers alarm clock uniforms. And that was my feeling of how I felt about these Titans uniforms. The last Titans uniforms before the switch were, to me, in the same category as that Buccaneers or alarm clock uniform. Because it tried to sit there and say, oh, the numbers are like, they're like cut marks made by a cutlass. And it's like, no, they're not. They look like fucking digital numbers on an alarm clock. It looks horrendous. And thank God when they got Tom Brady, when they got him in, is when they changed back to the Super Bowl era of the Buccaneers uniforms, which again look great. And that's it. They kept the same updated pirate flag that they had with the alarm clock redesign. They just shrunk it down, thank God, a little bit. And I mean, they look great. The Buccaneers, to me, see, that's the thing. The Buccaneers have one of the best uniforms in the NFL, in my mind. A solid football uniform. Great look. The pewter pants with the stripe on it, white pants with the stripe on it. And if they go with the red jersey or the white jersey, it looks good. The pewter, it's a great football uniform. The one they had when they tried to, we want to look real different. We want to go real modern with it. It looked like ass. Then I think of the Browns. Look at the Browns. Remember when the Browns changed their uniforms and they had Browns down the side of the leg, and they were like, oh, we're going to have this new thing. We got big Cleveland on the titties, and we've got all this shit. You're the Browns. You should never be doing that. It looks so bad. So that was my thing. And that's my hope with the Eagles, too. Although apparently, and again, this might be just rumors, though, I was going around and looking around. Apparently, your Eagles are switching shit up.
So, I saw that, what was it, 2-3 days ago they came out? Well, someone came, let the rumor out or whatever, and I saw it, and I agree with you. Nothing about that matches. But, after doing some research, I'm okay with it, because every time Philly changes something, whether it's the watermark or the jerseys, we go to the Super Bowl. So, this is us changing. We're going to Super Bowl this year.
Having your primary home uniform be green helmet, green jersey, black pants.
Yeah.
That's going to make me want to punch a baby. I mean, it's just, I hate the Eagles anyway. But now, not only do I hate them, but they have to look so offensive to me too. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
And that's the thing with me too, is like, when they introduced the black jersey combination years back, I thought it was the coolest thing ever, because I liked the blackout games. Mostly the night games, Sunday night, Monday night, whatever.
Yeah, it's when they usually do it. It's like a Monday night, Thursday night.
Yeah. I thought that was the coolest idea and was all for it. But like you said, like black pants, green, and then what was the other one? White pants.
What it is, basically the home uniform that they have now is going to be their alternate. And so now the home is green helmet, green jersey, black pants. Road is going to be green helmet, white jersey, green pants, which is kind of what they have now anyway. And then the alternate's going to be green helmet, green jersey, white pants.
So
I'm sorry, it's black helmet, white jersey, green pants. So they're not even matching the black pants to the black helmet. It's going to be black helmet and green pants, and green helmet with black pants. I don't know what, and I say green. I'm sorry, I meant teal, midnight teal.
I was waiting to see how long it would take you to change your wording there.
Like, of all the changes that people have wanted to see come from the Eagles, this ain't it. We've wanted to. What you're wearing there is kind of what we've all wanted. Eagle fan or non-Eagle fan alike, get in the fucking Kelly Green and silver. Make it happen. Just do it. And that's a little frustrating. That's a little frustrating. Crafty in the chat says Jimbo's like, hey, listen, as long as Sirianni's one of the things that gets switched, it's okay.
I'm okay with them for now.
How long into the season before you start being like, get rid of him, get rid of Sirianni's got to go?
I was thinking about that. I was like, how long did I take before I started saying fire Patillo this past year? I'll tell you this: if this offense does not come out of the gate 40, 50 points a game, And by week 4, if we're like 2-2, he's gone. He's got to go. He's you brought in these Sean McVay, 49er head coach.
Shanahan
type coaches, and you can't do anything with it, then he would have to go. So I'll give it the first 4 weeks, and then I'll reassess the situation, and I'll either start to extend Sirianni or take him down Broad Street and fire him.
And by fire him, you mean set him on fire.
I cannot confirm or deny that statement.
Crafty in the chat says, I think the Bengals uniforms are what team should... You stop that right now, sir. Here's the thing. I'll say this with the Bengals. as is one of my things. Because the Bengals, like... Again, the uniforms they have now are better than what they had before this.
Yeah.
But... Still not great. And especially like the pants, like the pants striping on there, where it's like where they have the white pants, but the striping for some reason is orange with a very thin key line of black. It's like, that's not how tiger stripes work. That is not correct. That looks really bad. Like, I think about the Bengals and I look back to their Boomer Esiason era, that 80s 90s era, and even when they kind of refreshed it there in the late 90s and into the early parts of the 2000s, where it was essentially the same. They just kind of cleaned the stripes up a little bit, and they put the cool little Bengal logo on the sleeve, which was very nice, which they've abandoned for some reason for the B. Yeah. We're going to go from a very cool-looking leaping Bengal logo to a B. Such a Bengals fucking move, first of all.
But like, today's game is brought to you by B.
Like, those were great uniforms. The ones they have that they had after that, and then the ones they have now. Again, the ones they have now, better, still not great. But they have a lot more. They got a lot of other things to worry about in Cincinnati, other than the uniforms. I guess I get that. Leah Bean in the chat, she says, "Cowboy Nation." Speaking of as traditional uniforms as you can get, the Cowboys. There's one that's not going to change anytime soon. Although, pick a fucking silver, will you, Cowboys? God. We have the silver blue, and then we have the silver green, and we have the silver. Pick a silver. Pick a blue, and pick a silver. You have royal blue, you have navy blue, you have the blue green, you have the blue silver, you have the blue silver green. The Cowboys branding, I don't know if anybody's ever taken a look into the official logo slicks like I have. If you ever look at the official Cowboys logo slick and just the color palette on it, it's mind-numbing just how unnecessarily convoluted all the Cowboy shit is. It really is.
And thanks to the Cowboy Nation, Cowboy team with their Cowboy Doctor, now the Ravens can't have the megastar combination of Hendricks and Crosby.
I'm telling you 100% right now that my conspiracy theory, and one shared by many other people, is 1,000% correct. I'm telling you that is exactly what happened. This is the time that here we go. Come down. Listen. The Earth isn't flat, and we did land on the moon. I'm not into those conspiracy theories, but this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going Alex Jones on this one. Because this one, it makes too much sense. It makes too much sense. Because here's the thing. Before free agency started, before everything happened, everybody thought Trey Hendrickson, he was going to reset the market, baby. He is resetting the market. Leah Bean in the chat says, yeah, he's coming to Dallas. Apparently not. Because the Cowboys doctor was in there on the knee thing. He's the one who made the call. So if he signs with Dallas, like if he gets traded to Dallas... Something.
Yeah.
That's only going to add to the conspiracy theory. So it only makes it better. It's like a real conspiracy theory because you can't prove anything wrong. All you do is add to it and make it more right.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, this is what happened. Everybody thought the price on Trey Hendrickson was only going to go up. They thought the bidding was going to be too high. So the Ravens said, you know what? As I say oftentimes, fuck the draft capital. Fuck all that. We'll give 2 first. First time we've ever traded number 1 picks in our entire life, or first-round picks in our entire existence. We're going to trade first-round picks, 2 of them. We're going to give them to the Raiders. We'll get max. We'll restructure a deal, and that'll be all great. And that's how we'll work it. Then, so they announced the trade. They did it on, I think it was, Saturday.
Yeah.
So they did that. Then free agent frenzy starts on Monday. Goes through Tuesday. And as we go through Monday and Tuesday, Trey Hendrickson, oh no, he's not getting the offers he thought he was going to get. He thought he was going to get up there in the high 30s. Maybe he thought he was going to get close to resetting the market or getting close to at least something. No, not even close. Not even close. So then the Ravens start going, oh no. Oh no, we might have overpaid for Max Crosby, which some people were saying anyway. I personally didn't think so. I was like, yeah, you take a shot. What are you going to do? Take a shot and see what you got. I would much rather have the talent in hand than the draft picks anyway. I've said many times on this channel, I am not a huge fan of draft capital. Give me proven talent over could be, possibly, might be talent.
Yeah.
So I think they started really, really thinking. And they were like, I don't know. I don't know. So then they reached out. They reached out to Hendrickson's agent. We're like, would this be amenable? What about this number? What about this figure? What are we looking at? And they talked to his agent, and they got back and forth, and it was like, yeah, no, that sounds good. Oh boy, we can get him for close to the same price as Max, as far as the contract details concerned. In fact, probably a little bit lower. It depends on like incentives and stuff, and you know how that goes.
Yeah,
you can get him for around the same price, and keep 2 number 1 picks. How do we get out of this, though? Jimbo, how do we get out of this? We might have fucked ourselves here, but how do we get out of this? Oh, I know what to do. Here's the thing. No trades are official until Wednesday. League year officially starts 4 p.m. on Wednesday. What do we do before then? What if? Now, here's the thing. He had surgery. Now, here's the thing. Everybody knew he had surgery. Everybody knew he was getting a meniscus tear. Everybody knew that. Everybody knows that. What do we do? How are we going to sit there and say, we can say that some of our independent physicians, one of them from the Cowboys, maybe does anything for a little bit of money. You never know. You don't know. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Dr. Cooper, I'm not disparaging. I'm just saying. Well, what if just the future outlook for this particular injury doesn't really line up with what we feel we're giving up as far as that. Maybe the investment, the juice isn't worth the squeeze, as it were. So we're going to fail him on a physical. On an injury that everybody knew he had, that the Raiders made sure to shut him down early last season because they were like, he's asking for a trade. We're probably going to trade him. He still wanted to play. He showed himself playing basketball. Like, no. We're going to rest him. Make sure he doesn't injure the knee anymore. Make sure he gets the meniscus surgery. We're going to the Raiders were well above. They hid nothing from anybody. This isn't a case of like the Raiders trying to be duplicitous. This was. So the Ravens said, okay, could fail him. Fail the physical. Send it back. Get the 2 picks. And that's the thing. That night, people were like all about the conspiracy theory. I was 100% on it. I said from the start, I thought it was conspiracy theory. But there was still a legitimate thing. You're like, well, maybe not. Maybe it was, they felt like there was more damage to the knee than they thought. Or, like they said, oh, he could play this year, but will he be able to do it 2 or 3, 4 years down the road? We don't know, blah, blah, blah. Fine, whatever. It was that the very next morning, at the ass crack of 8 a.m., that they go ahead and announce that they signed Trey Hendrickson. It's like, get the fuck out of here! Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are we stupid? Are we dumb?
Well,
no.
And how about too? Like the Schefter came out. Hendricks signed with the Ravens. Ravens have no comment at this point. Well, no shit.
Did you see? Yeah. Are you out of your mind? And then the GM comes out later that day. Nobody's more upset about the whole Max Crosby situation than I am. I gotta tell you, we were looking to have both of these guys on our team at the same time. We swear that's what. Yeah. That was the whole goal the whole time. We really didn't. on a team that lost so many. Because here's the other factor that a lot of people don't think about. They lost so many pieces to free agency in those first 2 days.
Yeah.
So they were looking at all that, plus the fact that they then lost 2 draft picks. They're like, boy, we really might need those 2 draft picks. Yeah. We really kind of might need those, considering that Linderbaum's gone. I mean, half the Ravens went to the fucking Giants. They're like, they're like,
which,
maybe,
by the way, good luck.
Maybe we need those picks to come back.
Which, by the way, towards you, good luck with your first round exit every year for the next 8 years.
Hey, listen, at least we'll get to the playoffs. At least we'll get there, baby. At least we'll get there. My season won't be over on September 25th. I'll be okay with that. You know what I mean? Listen, at this point, I don't even care if we make the playoffs. If we can play meaningful football in late November, sign me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up. Do you remember 2 seasons ago? Like we were playing Thanksgiving against the Cowboys. That should be a cool, awesome game. New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys, Thanksgiving. Our season had already been over for a month and a half before that.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Leah Bean in the chat says it's a problem if the Raiders keep them. Their defense going to be nice. That's the thing too. The way it seems like it's they're setting it up there, Leah, is he's going back there. He's buying in whole hog. He's like, fuck it. I guess it's meant to be. I'm going to be a Raider. He's training and rehabbing there in the Raiders facility. The Raiders seem to all be on it. So, I mean, that's what it looks like to me. Is that he will be, and on top of that, excuse me, got a little beer burp there. With all the other pieces that they've picked up in free agency, and they're going to get Mendoza, and yeah, he's going to be a rookie quarterback, but he looks good. The offensive line's they got a great anchor there with Linderbaum from the Ravens. It feels like the Raiders, whether you think they're going to be a playoff team or not, that's up for debate clearly, but I think they're going to be vastly improved. Why not? Why not? If I'm Max Crosby, you said you didn't want to be part of a rebuild. You said you didn't want to be part of any of that, but this is looking pretty decent. This is looking pretty nice,
I'm gonna throw out my first hot take of the season. I could see the Raiders making the playoffs this year because of that defense is gonna be.
It could
just nasty.
They absolutely could, especially with Clint Kubiak there now.
Yeah.
You have a brand new coaching staff. You got a quarterback who, like as we saw in the national championship game and for the last 2 years there at Indiana, he's absolute dog. Will put it out on the line for everything. Will can take some hits. Is very resilient. Will do what needs to be done to get pass through, to get a first down, to get the touchdown like he did in the championship game, which is still one of the more iconic moments in recent athletic memories. They got a guy in Fernando Mendoza, I think. They absolutely do. And setting up the offensive line there and getting it ready for him and having the anchor of Linderbaum there is huge. Having that battery of the center and quarterback is a huge step. So getting somebody like that is already a big setup. Keeping Max Crosby on there, that's a huge get. Like, again, I think the Raiders are making very good moves here to be, if not a playoff contender, at least they can. I think they will be a playoff contender. I think they'll be in the mix when it comes to November, early December.
I think they could beat. I think they could compete with the Chiefs. Like when I say compete, I think the games will be a lot better than they have been over the past few years. I think that division, could be competitive.
Grifty in the chat says, yes, he is a guy. Yes, Griff. They have themselves a male. I mean, yes, I get it. It sounds weird. Fucking Grifty. Crafty says, yeah, that division might be wide open. Here's the thing. I think the Chiefs have reloaded. I think
Are you
they're
surprised they
making.
didn't bring back Tyreek yet?
No, they haven't brought back Tyreek, but we know that Mr. Taylor Swift is back.
Yeah.
And they got Kenneth Walker in the backfield, so now they have a running game again. I think that's going to be decent. I love Pacheco, but he was oft injured, and Kareem Hunt is old. I think he's good. Kareem Hunt is still very good, I think, for short down situations, but trying to run the running game through him, I don't think was good. I think so. They needed to fix some of those holes that they had. I think they're doing a good job of that. So I think the Chiefs are going to have a bounce back season. I don't think they're going to have nearly as bad of a year this year, next year that they had this year. I think the Raiders are improved. I think the Broncos, as long as Bo Nix can stop overthrowing the ball, I think the Broncos are they're going to be considered as one of those teams there. And again, I think the Chargers are good.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. And especially if Joe Alt can stay healthy.
Yeah.
So again, the AFC West has a chance to be a very good division, and a division that's kind of up for grabs there. So I do agree with that, Crafty. I was just looking through the comments here. He says there were rumors that the Ravens were pursuing Henderson literally minutes after the Max trade collapsed. I think it was right a little bit before that.
Definitely way before that.
I definitely feel, especially now because the Ravens came out and said, well, the plan all along was to get both of those. Like, well, if that's the case, then they were definitely talking to Trey and his agent beforehand. And then, yeah.
Do you think this whole situation ruins the whole tampering rule? The legal.
They shouldn't even have that. It should just be fucking open the seat. Just open the fucking seat.
Exactly.
Just if you want to have a legal just move the season then to the open legal tampering system there, or do whatever, Just do that.
Yeah, so that way Baltimore can't back out of trades anymore. 'Cause this is their third or fourth in the past 10 years.
And that's the thing, because the trade couldn't be official until 4 p.m. on Wednesday. And all trades have to go through the physical. Now, if they would have announced the trade, done the trade the same day, like normal trades are, he comes in, so maybe it'll be the next day that they do the physical or whatever. Gets the physical done, they probably would have passed them, paperwork's through, and then it's official. Before they can really get a chance to see, Hendrickson's number is not moving up, not moving down, what we thought it was going to be doing, so we can go ahead and do that. They would have already been locked in to the trade. The fact that they were able to announce a trade 5 days beforehand, and the free agency started 2 days after the announcing of the trade, and 2 days before the league year officially starts, and then you can see, we might have overplayed our hand, we might have overpaid, we might have done all these things that are wrong. Now you get a chance to finagle your way out of it and say fatal physical. You mean on the knee that everybody knew that he had? Yeah, now it looks like it's healing fine, but in 2 to 3 years, who knows what can happen? He could play at MetLife. We don't fucking know. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Crafty
I'm just upset that they're not playing each other.
Yeah. Crafty says it's a messy system for short. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what you said to me. You were very upset that, the Ravens and Raiders aren't going to play this year. That would have been.
Because damn well Max would have had 12 sacks.
He would have. Lamar would have been. Lamar would have been in trouble. Lamar would have been in trouble. Well, that would have been fun. But still, I hate the Ravens. So, it sucks that they did get Hendrickson, but I don't feel nearly as oh, God, the Ravens, they got Max Crosby, and now they're going to be everybody's going to think they were favored again, and they're going to do all this other stuff. And they might be, and they might have a bounce-back season and do whatever, but I don't know, man. Honestly, ever since Super Bowl 35, man, fuck the Ravens. Fuck Baltimore. Fuck the Ravens. Hate them.
That was my top 3 Super Bowl games to watch.
Of course it was. Of course it was. Oh, the Giants losing first of all, on some real shitty officiating. Which, by the way, apparently
top-notch officiating.
That's another thing we got to look forward to. The officials union and the NFL not on the same footing there, because the NFL is like, we want referee accountability, and the refs are like, fuck you. All right, well, looks like we're gonna get replacement refs again. Get ready for another Fail Mary, and that'll work. But listen, it needs to be done, and that's the thing is everybody talks about, why doesn't the NFL have these, where you can listen to the communication or see inside the replay booth or do other kind of stuff. That's because the referees union won't allow that. Yeah. But now that the CBA's done, I think the NFL's, and to their credit, is trying to maybe push some of that through there. It looks like the NFL's trying to push for more full-time refs. They want to push for more accountability and transparency and things like that. And the referees union is pushing back on all that. No, don't hold us accountable. We don't want any accountability. Oh, yeah, So that's going to be a real big problem. But other than that, man, I do like those Titans uniforms. I really do. There's a bunch of stuff going on. USA's playing Canada in baseball. World Baseball
we got a little bit of talking back and forth on Twitter between Canada and US.
Canada.
Exactly.
Let's have a little chat. Love you guys up north, with your knuckle stand up there, whatever you guys do up there. Fantastic. You're weird, just, people committing suicide through the help of the government because they can't afford the government health care. I get it. That's fine. Whatever. That's great. Whatever you guys are doing up there, maybe lay off the maple syrup and you won't have so much, diabetes and death.
Diabetes.
Whatever it is, whatever you guys are doing up there, eating the potatoes and cheese and gravy, having too much poutine up there, it's a little too much. I get it. It's delicious. It's delicious. But, the U.S. just beat your ass in your own sport. A sport that ostensibly you created, with the help of the First Nations and Native Americans who kind of taught it to you. There's a little bit of that in lacrosse too. Lacrosse and hockey both kind of came from that same root Native American game, but it's a Canadian sport. We know that hockey and lacrosse both big Canadian sports. That's supposed to be your thing. That's your thing. And not only did our men beat you, our women beat your ass, too. Swept them. Get out of here. Swept them to silver. Get the fuck out of here, we said. Maybe relax on talking shit about the sport that we invented. That's our sport. That, granted, a lot of other countries are good at.
Yes.
We've expanded it, but Japan, very good at baseball. I think they've won the last 2 or something World Baseball Classics. I don't think America's won a World Baseball Classic. Dominican Republic, very good at baseball. Baseball been very, very good to me. They're very good there in Dominican Republic. Mexico, although they got knocked out, they're very good. I was going to say, apparently the Italians are good, but apparently the entire Italian team is Americans. So, USA.
That's the wrong team.
So that's the thing. Maybe relax on the whole trying to talk shit to Americans and basically look at, and not only that, but then they wanted to try to intimidate or something the Americans, so they wore the Canadian hockey team jerseys for batting practice and warm-ups. It's like all I see is a bunch of losers dressed up in jerseys of a bunch of losers. What are we doing? What are we doing? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know this or not, and this might be some breaking news. This might be some facts that we have to put out there for you. The United States of America is the greatest country in the entire world. Those are facts, unbiased, Check the numbers. USA. Won't you fly high? Free bird. Yeah. So that's why I just want to get out there. Fuck Canada. Crafty in the chat says there's a beach in Canada where dozens of detached feet have washed ashore over the past 2 decades. I have heard that.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. There's
something
something going on in Canada.
Jesus. Like the mafia moved up there or something?
No, I see. Here's the thing. You would think mafia. Your first thought is like, oh, mob, because it seems like.
Yeah.
My first thought is out in the wilderness, alone by himself, is just some guy. Every now and then, a hiker just takes the wrong trail. Oh, this looks fun. Look at the view from this cliff point. This is what? Oh, my God. Next thing you know, 15 years later, that fucker's foot's floating up on shore. And it's cold water, so they don't really decay. So you still say, I mean, you know, who knows how long those fucking feet have been there. Canada's a weird place, man.
I guess he doesn't like feet bones. Feet bone soup. Throw the bones in a little bit of water. And
remind me not to eat soup when I come over. I'm just not for any reason. Just saying. Just saying.
Oh, don't take them. Yeah.
Hi, Alicia.
King said hi.
Hi, King. I'm going upstairs.
Okay.
Speaking of which, while you have that, I'm gonna go grab myself a beer real quick.
Love you.
Love you too.
I already had my chicken nuggies for dinner, so.
I had like a lunch/dinner.
Oh, the
like
dinner.
Late
The
lunch
old
or
dinner.
early, yeah. Mac and cheese and mozzarella sticks.
So I had cheese
Heart attack waiting to happen.
with a side of cheese. Enjoy that bowel movement tomorrow. That'll be fun. You're gonna be pushing out a goddamn brick. Although to be honest, that sounds like the perfect meal for Pepper Jack. That's her kind of. I'm gonna have some cheese pasta with a side of cheese fried up.
Talking about hockey here. I saw last night, and I think a couple nights earlier, it actually was a couple nights earlier was a Flyer hockey player that did this. Now we all know how you love the shootout when it's overtime. How do you feel about the hockey players that take 25 minutes to skate up to the net to try to, psych out the goalie?
Well, I hate the shootout anyway. So we'll start off with that. We shouldn't be deciding games with. I'd rather have the tie. I'd rather have ties back than a goddamn shootout. I don't like the shootout. I never have, never will. That being said, if you're gonna have the shootout, as long as it's not breaking a rule, I don't give a shit. I don't mind it. I don't mind it personally because I'm already frustrated at that point. So it's like whatever. Like I don't care. You could do it. You could do a little skate up, do a 15 serpentines back and forth before you get there and try to do something. You could do that. And I've seen it. Like, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes just being a rocket right towards the net works, sometimes it doesn't,
Yeah.
It just...
if they keep up with this, I want to see them do a shot clock just for shootouts.
I wouldn't mind that, because they already have the rule there, like, if you stop forward momentum, they'll kill it. Like, you can't skate up and then skate back around, or you can't go backwards.
Yeah.
The puck has to maintain a forward motion. So some of the guys do that as a real liberal with that kind of, we're going to go a centimeter this way. I keep on hitting my microphone. I forget. I'm from New Jersey. I try to talk with my hands, and I end up punching the microphone. It's terrible. But, yeah. So, again, when it comes to that, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not a big fan of it.
No. I just want to like throw like a marble at his skate, watch him trip over the marble.
What do we got here? Oh, Tua officially signed in Atlanta. So we see that.
Okay.
I see him there in the Atlanta Falcons office there. I honestly think the only reason they signed him was just to have lefty, so they didn't have to change the playbook. So they could have, because Penix is a lefty, and now you got Tua there as a lefty. I think that's really the only reason they got him.
I did see that Tua did increase their Super Bowl chances from 1.05 chance of winning the Super Bowl to 1.55% chance of winning the Super Bowl.
The fact that it went up is kind of silly to me. That seems a little weird.
I mean, well, I was going to say Penix is always hurt, but so is Tua.
That's what I mean. Somebody already brought that point. He's like, who's third? Who's third down there in Atlanta? I don't know. What are your thoughts on Murray up in Minnesota?
I'm okay with it. Now, I didn't see the press conference, if they had the press conference yet or anything with him, but I know you've given up on JJ, and I slightly have too, but I think they should do another quarterback competition between both of them because I don't think Murray's that good. If he's a slight upgrade over JJ, then he'll beat him out. But I think they should do a quarterback competition there in Minnesota between those two.
And they probably will. It probably will be. But here's the bad thing about that is that Murray might win that. And you talk about how like I gave up on JJ McCarthy. I'm not the biggest Kyler Murray guy either. You know what I mean? To be fair, Kyler Murray's not the biggest Kyler Murray guy. He's a small guy. He's a little tiny guy. He's very small.
I'm surprised Minnesota didn't even kick the tires on Kirk. Bring him back.
I was wondering if they were, that was my kind of thought is like, why wouldn't they kind of just see like, maybe the relationship's so bad there, even though, the GM's fired, even though all that's there, maybe it's just too much. Maybe Kirk didn't want to go. I'm wondering where Kirk does end up. Like my thoughts go. They drift to Pittsburgh. if Aaron doesn't go back, and again we won't know that until 5 minutes before Week 1 starts. But it feels like Pittsburgh might be the way to go. Crafty says, he had thought that Kirk might go back to Minnesota as well. That was a thought of mine, but it seemed like Minnesota was never a player on it. It seemed like Kirk never had any interest either. So, you got to have at least one party interested, and in that case, it was neither party wanted to be in that. So, of the three quarterbacks of like the bigger names, if you even want to call them that were out there, of Kyler Murray, Tua, and Kirk. The fact that Kirk's the last one to not get signed anywhere, to me, seems weird.
Yeah.
Because I thought it would take Tua a while, but it seemed like Atlanta immediately had interest in him. And the same with Murray. Murray seemed to have had all the interest from Minnesota from the jump. Because it seemed like everybody in Minnesota, like you talked about us, or myself losing faith in J.J. McCarthy. It seems like the Vikings have lost faith in J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you saw this. Did you see the reports that the Rams may have been interested in Murray as Stafford's backup and potentially heir apparent once Stafford retires?
I did not, because I saw somebody from the Rams had made a quote saying like that we want Garoppolo back. We're very happy to have Garoppolo back there or something like that. But so I didn't know that they were looking at Murray at all.
Yeah, but so I mean, like, other than the Steelers, what other team? Now Cleveland was another team I thought of for Kirk.
Cleveland could be another team if they decide to finally cut bait with their. Sanders and Gabriel, they could do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, even as a backup, where would he go? Like, there's
Carolina,
not
maybe
many places. He could go to Carolina as backup for Bryce Young. Bryce Young does get hurt a bit. Although I think, didn't Carolina pick somebody up recently? Not. I thought they did. I thought they picked somebody up. Hey, what about my boy Tommy DeVito signing the contract with the Patriots?
Yeah.
Look at him, Tommy DeVito, good backup. I love it.
And our boy in Indy.
Yeah, DJ.
Basically a 1-year deal, but hey, you got your
pretty
$50
good
million
one.
that you
Pretty
wanted.
good one. And here's the thing. And this is what I'm hoping and praying for. Just stay healthy. Just stay healthy.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy the fact that he was having an MVP season last year before the injuries. Even if he doesn't have that level, if he is consistent, if he is good, and if he stays healthy, that'll make me happy. I just want to see him do well so badly. I want to see him get that team into the playoffs, make a deep run, shine like the crazy diamond that we know you are, Danny Dimes. Shine like the dime you are. I'm happy that the Colts put that out there for him. You got him back. You got Pierce back. They traded Pittman to the Steelers. So the Steelers at least finally have a receiver.
Yeah.
So that could also maybe entice Aaron back for another run, or it could get Kirk Cousins up there.
And they got Daldo too for running back.
Yeah, I think that's a very good
big
signing.
one.
I think that's a real good signing of getting up because they Gainwell left.
Yeah.
I think he's down in Tampa.
The Saints?
Saints maybe? I don't know. I forget where he went exactly. Yeah. But so Gainwell's down, and he's now, by the way, Kenneth Gainwell.
Kenny. No, I thought.
Oh no, he was Kenneth. Now he's Kenny. Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah.
It's just backwards. Like, why would you? Oh my God! They killed Kenny. You bastards. Dating myself with that, as if the bald spot didn't do that enough.
I'm watching your basketball court here right now. I see what you mean by being nauseating.
Oh my God, dude! That Big 12 court. I'd rather see players slip on it than to see that stupid pattern. It is such a bad pattern. Oh my God.
It's bad. Like this. Do you remember back in the day, N1, the N1
the professor? The professor. Of course I remember N1. Come on.
Like that court reminds me of something out of that.
A little bit, yeah, but there it seemed to almost make sense, because they were doing the street ball, but on a court. So it was. By the way, it seems like such a lost thing now, but the N1 mixtapes were. It was required watching. It really was. Yeah. Especially simply because of the one white guy there, the professor, who would just go out there and just school these brothers. It was like, oh my God, it's one of us. It's one of us there. What is that? What is going on?
I think he ended up going to Duke for a little bit until he played against like real. Guys.
He did okay until he got to the elite level of competition. That was going to happen. But for street ball, I mean, there's nobody who's our age who, if somebody walks by and goes, "The professor," doesn't know what you're talking about. Yeah. It's the guy, the MC on the mic, and the professor just juked somebody right out of their Jordans, and he's on the mic going, "Oh my God, the professor, the professor!" I was like, I loved it. I mean, that shit was just the best. It absolutely was the best.
Yeah.
Crafty in the chat says, "I think the Colts should have taken a chance with Kirk instead of giving Jones a king's ransom." Listen, we take all opinions here. That's okay.
Yeah.
Despite how wrong you are.
Stirring the pot towards us.
Yeah, a little bit. Crafty likes doing it. Not as much as Lloyd does, but yeah.
Yeah.
Crafty says the stream got you. Oh, we're up to 3:30 now on the subs. Thank you, Crafty. Yeah, last night was a good night. And I was going to mention that too. By the way, for everybody who did join us last night, thank you so very much. You made the chat. The chat was fun as hell. The stream was fun as hell. Thank you so very much. And thanks for everybody who subbed and who watched along with us for that. I was debating whether or not to cover the uniform reveal. And I was like hemming and hawing on it all day. It was like, they're not going to do a live stream, so should I even do it? Is it going to be a thing? Did they already reveal it? And that's it. When I went to go start the stream, I had seen like the leak was out for like 2 or 3 hours. And I was just like, oh, man. I was like, do I do it? Do I even do it? So I decided at the last, I was like, yep, fine, fuck it. I'm already here. I got everything up. I got OBS up. Why not? We'll go for it. And sure enough, like, I got a ton of people in here. Some people were looking to see, like, oh, is this where the live stream's at? And I had to keep on telling everybody, like, Titans aren't doing a live stream, unfortunately. And then people were trying to tell me to take other people's live streams from Twitter and just put it on here. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I was like, I'm not stealing other people's content to put up here. We're just, I had Twitter up, but like I didn't have the volume on, and the picture was kind of small. So I wanted to make sure, like, I told everybody to go to I think one of them was like the Two Toned podcast, Titan Up podcast, Stoned Titan was another one. I was like, go to their accounts if you want to get like the real close up looks at it or whatever. Go there. But I just kept on posting showing the leaks as they were. And all that, and we had a ton of people watching us. We ended up with we got close to like 4,500 views on the video.
Wow.
We had about at one time it was close to 200 people concurrently watching us. Like, it was one of the better streams we had. So a big thank you to everybody out there last night who joined us for that. It was an absolute fun stream. It was a great stream, and thank you very much. And because of that, we also got a ton of subs for that as well. And again, thank you to everybody who did subscribe. And if you're watching along with this kind of just drunken nonsense here, and again, I don't know why you would like it, but if you do, please hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers and hopefully being monetized on this great and glorious platform known as YouTube. Although we're probably not ever going to be monetized. We'll have the ability to be monetized. We just won't ever be monetized.
I could see it already. Like, so once we hit that, what would you say, 1,000 it is?
I believe it's 1,000.
We'll get the email.
Yeah.
We'll get the email to our Gmail thing. Ding! Congratulations, you've been monetized on the great platform of YouTube. 2 seconds later, ding! You owe us this money because
your
you
channel
said
has been absolutely demonetized. You will never make money on this channel. But that also, like, here's the other thing that I've noticed in looking around at other streamers and popular streamers, good streamers. And I brought up one to you the other day, and again, it's not something really in our wheelhouse, but I just saw him scrolling through YouTube, and I've obviously seen him on social media too. A lot of his stuff is clipped and memed and used. I don't know if anybody, obviously, The Burnt Peanut he's a big game streamer and everything like that. But not just him, but a lot of other streamers as well, whether they do gaming, whether they do sports, whether they do politics or whatever. They subsist usually on the Patreon donations or super chats or things like that, instead of getting just directly monetized by YouTube. Because the thing is, to get monetized by YouTube, you then have to follow like the YouTube AdSense rules, which means obviously you can't. There's certain words you can't say, like not even the fun ones like fuck or shit or cunt or whatever. Like you can't say die. Like you can't say, oh my God, he's gonna kill him. So like we're watching sports. If we're watching the, Giants and Eagles, and a Giant player just puts a big hit on an Eagle, or vice versa. I don't want to play favorites, even though the Giants are my favorite. Either way, but like somebody gets a big hit, you're like, oh my God, he murdered him. Oh my God, that would be demonetized because we said murder. Like you can't do that. So, like, part of me is almost like, if we ever get to that point where we have like 1,000 subscribers or more, like, do we then start self-censoring ourselves and trying to play that game to do it? Or do we do what we do on here and have fun and let everybody have fun? Because I feel like, part of me feels like, if we're just us, if we just have fun here on the channel with you, me, the chatters, everybody who wants to join us, everything like that, I feel like that will get more people in here, more people to look at joining a Patreon, which I'm still working on. I know I've been saying that for a while because the Buy Me a Coffee is a little kind of a bitch to try to get through. I get that. But I think it was Crafty who brought that up to me. He's like, trying to donate to Buy Me a Coffee is bullshit. You want going to start a Patreon? All right, fine, we'll start a Patreon. So, but like doing that, and if we get to the 1,000, then we can do like the super chats, or we can do like memberships and things like that. And we'll try to figure out what we can do with that as well, because that's the thing too. Like, I would love to like do things like that, like as far as like giveaways or memberships. Like you can get a piece of merch or get a pin or some shit like that. It's just I'm so broke, I don't have the money to give away anything. Like I can't give away merch because I can't buy my own. We have the merch store. I don't own a single piece of merch from our own merch store because I can't afford it. And I know like it's like $20, $30 for either a shirt or a hoodie or something like that. I think some of the hoodies are more. Again, that's the prices that they have for it. But part of me is also like rethinking that too, of like maybe I'll just start knocking all that down too. And like just getting it to the point where people can wear our shit. Like wear the hoodies, wear the t-shirts for a reasonable price. We might make 2 cents on it. But if they can get it, just get it out there. And if we can make that money up through Patreon subscriptions, through memberships, through super chats, if we get to the 1,000, then we can work on that. But because that's what I've seen with a lot of these other guys here too, is like, and I go back to the fucking Peanut, like in the middle of his streams, he'll have like a fucking music breakdown, and it'll be what you would consider copyright music that would get you like, oh, okay, demonetized. Anything that you get monetized will go to the arts. And he says, yeah, sure. He says he does that, and he freely gives up the monetization, gives it to whoever else wants it or anything like that, to whoever claims the copyright claims, because it's more fun to do that shit on his stream and have fun with everybody, having like a little mini dance party in the middle of the fucking thing and singing cool old school tunes and doing shit like that, than it would be trying to play it safe and trying to like, oh, well, I'm going to keep everything, make sure I'm in copyright compliance, and I'm going to make sure that I don't curse or do anything like that. It's like, if you try to do that, it comes off as, and people see through that and then see that you're doing it.
I was just about to say that too. Yeah, I was about to say, like, we've been doing this now 1.5 2 years.
Yeah.
And if we try to toe the line, per se, people are going to go back and watch our old videos, be like, wait, why did they change? Like, who's the real them?
Hang's got a mouth of a sailor. Now all of a sudden he sounds like an altar boy. What's going on? It's like, yeah, no, that's I don't disagree with that. And not that kind of altar boy. Get your mind out of the fucking gutter. Although I was an altar boy as a kid, and no, nothing happened. Okay, I know. I got to keep on saying.
I do have a funny story about my new job.
I don't know how talking about altar boys and whatever that was turned into. I got a funny story about my job. I don't know if
and I'll get to why the altar boy thing triggered it here. So the guy training me on the machine.
Sure he was.
He's
what kind of
he's
machine? Sibian?
Well, it's a machine that the thing comes in this way.
I'm sure it does.
Kind of.
The old penny pack special. That's what we call that one.
It really screws the hole.
Oh God.
But he's 6'7".
6'7".
Like you just 6'7". Eagles fan, Flyers fan, Phillies fan. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, because I've talked to him about you, like how we became friends and shit like that.
Right. And
I was like, all right. I said, well, who's your college college team? He goes, Penn State. I said, I don't fucking like you. He's like, why don't you like me? I'm like, because you like little boys. He's like, oh, Sandusky, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's how I was gonna go. I'm sorry.
He's fucked up in the head just like me and you too. So
that's good.
He's a pretty cool guy.
But fuck him. Fuck Penn State too. Well, I mean, Penn State usually did the fucking, but that's a different story.
Just like the machine.
Listen, I'm sorry, and I know we might have some people who might be Penn State fans or whatever that come by, or somebody sees this. Penn State has maybe one of the most unlikable fan bases in all of sports, whether it's college, pro, fucking semi-pro. I don't care. I don't care their sport. Penn State football fans might be some of the most unlikable people in the entire world. The amount of mental gymnastics when that whole Sandusky thing happened, And Joe Pa, the amount of mental gymnastics that those motherfuckers did. I remember. You remember Sununa's, the bar there in Wilkes-Barre I used to go to all the time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Penn State fans there. There was a ton of Penn State fans there. And that, when all this was coming out, is when I used to go there all the time. And having to sit at that bar and listen to all these people talking about, well, they wanted this is just a way. Those kids there that are now are going to get punished for something that was there. Like, this is not fair. This isn't fair to the fans. This isn't fair to the. And I started saying, I was like, not once did anybody give a shit about the fact that Joe Pa, like, we know what Sandusky did, whatever, but that Joe Pa and McNutty or whatever the fuck his name was, whatever, I even forget his name, and all the people, the government officials, people that were all involved in that, because Joe Pa was in with all that crowd too. Just the amount of looking the other way, not reporting shit, not making sure that nothing got out, don't hurt the program, don't hurt the team, don't hurt the university, don't hurt the name, don't hurt Joe Pa, the amount of that happened and that was going on at that time with everybody was absurd. And it's just like, at no point did everybody say, like, okay, but what about the kids? And what about, like, actual justice? And what about, hey, maybe the reason all this happened was because of people saying everything went to the program. Everything was about the program. Everything was about Penn State. Everything was all that. That people tried to brush all of this under the rug and turned an Epstein-esque blind eye to it.
Yeah.
Because of the program. Maybe that's why. And maybe that's why the program deserved to die. And the fact that they didn't give him a death penalty, I still think is a huge mistake that the NCAA made. You know, and I think about the fact that they gave SMU the death penalty for the player benefits, which now, looking at the players today, what SMU players were getting, even with inflation and adjusted, were getting massively underpaid apparently at SMU, and they got the death penalty for that. And Penn State, who covered up and were making excuses throughout the fan base for literal child rape, we're not we're going to give you a postseason ban. Who gives a shit? They were terrible for 3 years, 4 years after that. Who cares?
Yeah.
That was bad. That was just a bad time. So, long and short of that, fuck Penn State. Fuck Penn State fans. I don't like any of them. Plus, I used to know a Penn State fan. She was a real bitch, had pancake titties, but that's a story for a different day. That's a story for a different day. Pepper Jack's right there. She's in earshot. I don't want to say anything about that. Anyway, ELS says, King, would you like my IFL standing prediction? You know what, ELS? Go nuts. This is open bar. This is open bar, baby. This is what we do. You want to talk about something?
I like the name.
I liked it, and then, sure enough, I was like, you know what? I think open bar. I think it's a good name. Everything like that. I start rolling randomly through YouTube, as I do, and I guess because that's what I had decided to call this or whatever, I come across another channel who has a little episodic show that they do called Open Bar. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding. You gotta be. But here's the thing. Like, listen, we can't. There's so many people on YouTube, and there's so many people. You can't. You have to expect there's going to be a little bit of overlap there. And not only that, this person's open bar is gets a lot more viewers than this one does right now. So
Okay.
I don't think there's going to be any things like that. But I think it was the Critical Drinkers, which I guess makes sense. You know, Critical Drinker, open bar makes sense. That's clear. Crafty in the chat says open bar, or in Jim's case, open water. Ooh, he's calling you. He says you're drinking water. He says you're not really participating. Crafty knows that I'm participating because I'm getting more and more. All you're showing is that. That's it. You're not showing. That could be death water.
It's made with real brewed tea.
Tea. Oh, is that? Yeah. Are you serious? Are you doing that? You're doing a twisted tea? Not sponsored, but could be. That's good for.
That's good for
summer.
I've been bouncing between them and Miller Lite.
I'll wait until summer because they have the Twisted Tea Light now. And that's what I'm going to have to go for because, as a diabetic, the Twisted
They're
Tea,
not bad.
little too much sugar. They're great. I love them.
Yeah.
But they're a little too sweet for me. But if they have the light, it says it's 50 or 75% less sugar or something like that. So I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. I will say for the viewers that don't want to get wasted real quick, stay away from the Twisted Tea Extremes.
Well, that
I'll
was
get the pulp.
You're doing like me now. You punched the mic. Yes, it's not just me.
I'm not drunk.
I swear to God, I only had 2 drinks. I said, what is that, by the way? Because that is something, and it's not just that. It's like another thing, but everybody who ever gets caught, whether you're a teenager, whether you're a 55-year-old man pulled over by the cops, everybody always says, for whatever reason, I just had 2 drinks. I only had 2 drinks, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Why is it so bad? In what world are you that ossified where you have to, why is that everybody's go-to? Why is it always 2? Do they feel it's I get to say that I did have some drinks, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot. So I feel like I get away with it. It's why is that the universal excuse for every drunkard? Is just I only had 2. I only had 2.
I like watching On Patrol live on Fridays and Saturday nights, whatever. So obviously they pulled over a lot of DUI people. And like you said, it's always, I had 2 drinks. And the best one I saw lately was down in Arkansas, and the Chief Bradley, I love him. He's really cool. And the guy said, I only had 2 drinks. He goes, all right. I go 12 ounce, 16 ounce, 24, or 48. He goes, only 2 48s. Well, that's not 2 drinks.
That's not 2 drinks.
That's like 10,
a drink is an
ounce.
8-ounce glass, an 8-ounce cup. That is what is considered a drink. So, and that's what. So when you think about I had a pint of beer. A pint of beer technically would be counted as 2 drinks. So if you have 2 pints of beer, you've technically, by the law, have had 4 drinks.
Yeah.
So, brother BKL sports I've had a couple. I've had about 4. I've only had 2. I've only had 2. Brother BKL Sportertainment Show. I think I got it. He says, what's happening, fellas? What's happening, BKL? It's great to have you in here. Thank you so very much for joining us here. Boy, that was a struggle. And I'm almost done with this one. I got one more to go. I gotta get another one. I gotta get another one in there.
He was in our hockey stream last week.
He was in there for a while. He might have been in there yesterday. There was a lot of people. Obviously, there was a lot of new people in here yesterday.
Yeah.
Because of the Titans stream. Which, again, April 2nd, the Falcons are releasing their uniforms, so we'll have that stream here for you as well. And I know the Rams haven't officially announced that they're revealing new uniforms, but we know they are. So if or when they do that, the Ravens, we know, are doing a refresh. So we don't know when that's going to be released. But honestly, if there's any other uniform releases or refreshes or whatever that they do, we will be here to cover that because, boy, again, we had a great night last night. Last night was a fun night. Last night was good. When the chat's bumping, but you got a lot of people in there, it's really fun. We had that for the USA Canada game. There was a couple people in here for that. That was fun. Last night was one of the most fun ones we've had. And every now and then during the football season, we'll catch a game where we'll end up getting a lot of people in on that. And it's fun. Like when the chat's bumping, when the chat's going, it is always fun. So that's the other thing too. Like, I try to be as entertaining as I can. Jimbo tries to be as entertaining as he can. But in reality, and I'll be the first to say this, it really is a lot of you guys in the chat interacting with us that provides a ton of the entertainment, a lot of that good bounce back, the instant feedback, and the questions and stuff like that. That's always the best, and that's what I always found the best. And that's why I always wanted to be in radio. When I was younger and wanted to be in radio, always wanted to be in radio because of that, especially like talk radio. Like I loved Opie and Anthony, Don Imus, Don and Mike, things like that. Hell, fucking. I don't know if anybody remembers the Grease Man back in the day. Boy, I'm really aging myself with that one. Scotty Farrell on the bench, Sports Talk Radio, all that stuff. The reason I liked all that stuff was because of that. You had that instant feedback. You were always going to get something, and you could always work with that. Somebody could call you up, say something, and no matter what it was, you can work with that. It gives you something to work with. Trying to come up with something by yourself is very hard to do.
Yeah.
If you're just talking to yourself, because at that point, that's it. You're just sitting in a room yammering to yourself, and nobody listening. It's just a crazy person. It's just a crazy person to talk to.
Yeah.
It's not great. So, again, first of all, great to have you back, by the way. First of all, fantastic. This is a great thing. And this is going to be every Friday moving forward. This is not a one-time thing. The open bar is not a one-time thing. This will be every Friday. Whether it's at 6, whether it's at 8, we're still trying to figure out. We're going to flesh it out. But this is going to be a full-time thing on Fridays moving forward. So every Friday going forward, you will have Jimbo and myself here, unless there's some sort of scheduling snafu or somebody has a birthday or something. Like, by the way, happy 81st birthday to the King of Kings, old man, big man, king, my father, Dad King. Happy birthday, born on this day, Friday the 13th. We used to bust his balls all the time about his birthday falling on Friday the 13th a bunch. But yes, happy birthday to my father. Great man, fantastic man, and I just hope he's having a great day. And yeah, happy birthday. And I believe 3 days from now is my mother-in-law's birthday. And we're going to her house tomorrow to celebrate. So, again, that's a happy birthday to Mrs. Pepperjack. So that'll be fun as well. And I was going to try to think of something funny to say, but I'm not going to.
Because Pepperjack's listening.
Pepperjack's right there. And I'm sure Pepperjack's mother and family could go ahead and look this up. And while I would think it was funny, and of course, no, it would clearly not be anything like ill will or anything like that. It would probably just be something, funny, maybe a little bit blue, if you will. Probably
maybe a little bit Bonnie.
Probably the best time to do that. You could do that like if it's yourself and your friends or anything like that, yeah. But the in-laws, don't do that. Just say happy birthday and move along. Let's move along.
Yep.
BKL, brother BKL in the chat says, I'm not saying the rest of it because Lord knows I have lost the capability to do so. It definitely reminds me of I drink 2 times perfect sangria plus 2 times beer. It didn't make me drunk. There's no way sangria. If you had like sangria, the real stuff, the muy caliente sangria. There's no way you didn't get drunk off sangria. There's no way that didn't happen. No way that didn't happen. Because did you eat any of the fruit in the sangria? First of all, because if you did,
good point.
Woo! Have you ever eaten the fruit out of the sangria?
Yeah. It's good.
It's good time. You don't remember much. You don't remember much till the next day, but it's a good time.
Yep.
That's a good time. ELS, yeah, I forgot. He was giving us our predictions there for the Indoor Football League. That league is starting this weekend. For the Western Conference, he's got Tuscan there at number 7. I know it's Tucson. I'm just being obtuse. New Mexico at 6. San Antonio at 5. I'm guessing that's Northern Arizona at 4. Naz.
I was like, did he forget? Never mind.
What's up, my Nazers?
Oh, Jesus.
3, Arizona. 2, Las Vegas. And number 1, he has San Diego as his top team coming out of the Western Conference. And in the East, he's got Iowa at 7. Is that the Barnstormers? Is that the old Barnstormers still around? Orlando at 6. Is that the Predators? Is that the old Predators? Jacksonville.
Oh, shit,
Is that the old Jacksonville Sharks? Is this just the Arena Football League in another form? 4, Tulsa. The Tulsa Drillers. 3, Quad City. 2, Green Bay, his Blizzard. He's got Green Bay, his home team, at number 2. And number 1, he's got the Fishers. I don't know what city they're from, but they are the Fishers. So that is ELS's take on preseason Indoor Football League rankings. Thank you so much, ELS. for joining us and for giving us that. And, the Green Bay Blizzard, their home opener has been delayed due to a possible blizzard that's coming. So, I mean, it's on brand. It's on brand. You can't really be. In fact, they should have been delayed. They should have had it and just been like, hey, listen, it's opening day. This is what happens. It's blizzard football. Brings the blizzard. Let's go. Trudge. You're from Green Bay. You can run through that shit. That's like asking people from Buffalo, like, oh, you get a little bit of snow is going to keep us from the game. Like, remember that playoff game a couple of years ago? You had people sitting on piles of snow where the seats should have been because they were just like, we're in Buffalo, man. People came in wearing, like, card hearts and shit. It's just, what are we doing? Let me see. Iowa Barnstormers. Oh, Orlando Pirates. Okay. And Fisher's Fright. Why does that sound like a haunted house? That sounds like that should be like a. I know it's fright, like a freight train, but
yeah,
Fisher's Fright sounds like a haunted attraction at like around Halloween time. You find out in the country at some old farm or something. You know, you hear the old ad for it. Come by, Fisher's Fright, now open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. for the kiddies. Make sure we have hot apple cider there for everybody ready to go. Kid seats just $9. Brother BKL says, if it's delayed, stay goddamn home. If not, go out to the blizzard. That's what I mean. Yeah, go out to the blizzard. Why not? First game of the season is the Quad City Steamwheelers versus the Fisher Fright on Saturday. Again, I would say I'd take a look at that, but I'm going to be at my mother-in-laws. I've only had two. Oh God, that's fun. That's good times.
Yeah.
Let me look here. I'm trying to see if I can find anything good and fun to talk. I had a couple ideas too. We did talk a lot about the stuff that I did have on my brain. We did again. We talked about your completely wrong Tennessee Titans uniform opinion. That was big. I'll say this. I'll say compare. Looking back, whose recent uniform reveal do you like more, as far as the uniforms go? Tennessee and the Titans, the Jets, and their 80s throwbacks they've gone to, or the Lions.
I would say the Lions I liked the most.
See, this is where I disagree, and I'll tell you why I disagreed. And I said it on the stream last night, and it's something I still agree. They never wear the best set of pants that they have with their set. They never wear their silver pants, and their silver pants are the only pants they have with a stripe on it. The rest, they have a white pair, and they have a blue pair, and neither one of them have a stripe. And they look so bad when they wear those. Because they wear the white pants with the white jersey, so it looks like a white unitard, and there's no stripe there. And then they wear the blue tops with the blue pants, and there's no stripe on the blue. They look like fucking blueberries. The
blueberries are good.
They look like what's her face, Violet Beauregard from fucking Willy Wonka. It's especially the lineman. It doesn't look great. They have a pair of silver pants that if they wore with both the white and the blue jerseys would look great. I am never a fan of no stripes on pants. Give me fucking stripes. I need the stripes. Stripes are mandatory on a football uniform.
Maybe it wasn't in the budget.
It's just so bad. And again, I still don't think it would look good even with the stripe, but it would look better when they do that. So so for the Lions, I think it's good. Like again, it's one of those it's this close. It's this close to being perfect. But then they added the two alternate pants, and the alternate pants look like shit. Get rid of those. Just have the silver pants with the stripe on it. Boom! Great. That would be great. I didn't think I would like the Jets going back to the 80s and early 90s look. But I got to say it looks great, especially compared to what they had for the 5 years before that. When they moved past the faux backs that they had for the last 20 years, with the trying to look like the Namath era. Then they had those other ones that were the Sam Darnold era, I guess you could say. Although he wasn't the only one that wore it, but those were not great. Again, they tried to over-design it. Well, this sharp point here represents the tip of the wing on a fighter jet. Shut the fuck up. It looks bad is what it does. So actually going back to that, and the fact that they actually kind of went back to the champion-style numbers, that I don't know if anybody remembers. Obviously, people know Champion, the athletic wear company. They had the numbers that the Jets use on their uniforms now comes from that company, because that used to be the company that make the Jets uniforms back in the day. And so that number set comes from Champion. That's why it's called the Champion number set.
Okay.
The fact that because the 7 it has the curved stem to the 7 instead of just being straight down. And so it looks great. Like I actually do really enjoy how the Jets look in these uniforms that they have now. But I got to tell you, man, I really do enjoy the Titans. Again, it needs a red face mask. That's the one thing I'll say. They really need the red face mask. Outside of that, I like, and the guitar stripe. The guitar string stripes that they have on the sleeve stripes and on the helmet. Come on, guys. We get it. We get it. You're in Nashville. But like everybody else, everybody's already done that.
Yeah.
Like the Predators did it, and I think the Predators did it better. I think some of the event logos have had it too. Like I think I mentioned like a female. They had a women's Final Four there that had something like that. I think it was like a guitar pick or something, but it also had like the guitar strings on it. Like teams and places around there, they've done that. It's been done to death. I feel like you could have you could have done something better. I don't know if I agree with the whole moving all away from the Greek mythology kind of imagery, like the sword and flaming thing or whatever like that. It seems like that was a little short-sighted. Again, as somebody brought up in the chat, I thought the sword that kind of had the same shape and silhouette of the oil derrick.
Yeah.
I think if you would have recolored that, I think that could have worked as a new logo, helmet logo for that. I think it would have worked. Crafty in the chat says, a blue pair. I hate when that happens. ELS says, King and Jimbo question, what's the number one NFL jersey that you would never want to wear? Eagles jersey, clue. I mean,
Dallas Cowboys.
That's Eagles jersey is 100% 1,000. Never would, never want to, and never will. Cowboys is a close second. Okay, we'll modify this because we're who we are. Outside of our hated rivals, clearly.
Okay.
What jersey would we never wear based on aesthetics? So current jersey or any jersey all time? That's what I'll say.
The new Tennessee Titan jersey.
Don't fucking start. That is a very interesting question. Because there have been some very bad uniforms. But if we're talking about current uniforms right now in the NFL, ones that I would just be like, that's kind of gross, I'm not going to wear it.
Right now, I mean, I would. The Browns would be in the conversation for me.
Really? I like the Browns. I like them.
Yeah.
Again, I'm a big traditional guy, so I like them. But yeah, I don't know. I like the Vikings. They're good. Both LA teams are good. Niners are good. Seahawks are good. The Seahawks uniform grew on me. I do like the Seahawks uniform.
Yeah.
Denver's isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I'd wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know. This one's tough.
Maybe the Falcons.
I was thinking that, but they're changing it soon. We got a couple weeks more of the Falcons, so I would say that. Crafty says Saints. No, I like the Saints uniforms. That's the way the Saints one.
Yeah, the Saints ones I like.
Not the gold one, not the alternate. I wouldn't wear the gold jersey, but the regular black or the white is good.
Yeah.
I
think that would be my two
well,
picks.
here's the thing. All right, well, I guess we have to take alternates into account. If current uniforms means either home road or alternate.
Okay.
So with that being the case, if you add that little nugget into there, now it kind of opens it up a little bit. Now you start, all right, I get it. I'm going to be honest with you. Probably, I would say the worst one that I think is the most horrendous and gross, and thank God it's getting changed, would be the Commanders' white jersey. Washington Commanders uniforms are ass. All of them are ass, but the white jersey is maybe the worst of the bunch. And I don't like the black uniform set because the helmet is bad, but the black jersey in and of itself isn't more or less terrible than the rest of the Commander set, but the white one is so bad. The white current Commander's jersey is so bad. So I would say, and even though they are a rival as much, I still would be okay wearing like a Redskins jersey because I kind of like, I always like the Redskins branding anyway. Just the color, burgundy and gold and all that. And again, the jersey didn't have the Native American on it, so it didn't have Chief Two Guns on there, so don't worry about that. But I liked the way the Redskins uniform looked, which is why I'm glad they're going back to that, essentially, just without the logo, unfortunately. But yeah, for now, like if I had to pick one jersey out of the NFL right now of the let's say there's from the 2025 season, that would be it. It would be the white Washington Commanders uniform. I think that was bad.
I just with the Browns, I consider it all together. That's why I took the Browns.
But altogether, I think the Browns are good. Even their, I don't think they wore it this year, but their brown jersey, like their all brown getup, is not terrible.
Yeah, but
I like them. I thought it was good. Like, and I was trying to think of all the other teams too that had the rivalry uniforms this year. Like the Jets one was bad, but I don't think it was that bad. I'd still wear it. I think the Patriots was good.
Actually, you know what?
That Cardinal one grew on me a lot.
I will change. I want to change my pick since if we're gonna do a single uniform, Green Bay's ice out.
Oh, just
the white.
But it's just white. No, because it's just that's their white jersey though.
Yeah,
it's the same white jersey that they have on the road. Yeah, but you're not wearing the pants. Like ELS said, what jersey wouldn't you wear as a?
I might want to make my ass look good because it's pretty fat.
There's.
2 drinks, officer. 2 drinks.
How can I get out of this ticket, officer? Have you taken a look at my fat ass in these football pants? Did I do? Oh, I seem to have dropped my license, officer. What are we doing? What are we doing? ELS says for me the Packers white, but it's the same. It's just it's the same white jersey that you guys fucking wear. Like that's what I mean. Like that to me seems like a cop out. I look at it as the jersey. I'm not wearing a full uniform. That would be cool if I could, but I'm not. So I'm not gonna. I don't count that. I don't count it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else. I like the Rams. Rivalry one is going to be the basis for their new uniform. So I think that's. Hold on. I gotta figure where to open. This thing is stuck, and I don't like it. There we go. Like I thought the NFC West's rivalry uniforms, all of them ended up being pretty good. Even Seattle's. The AFC, like the Dolphins were whatever.
Okay.
The Jets, overall, the uniform was bad, but the jersey was okay. The Bills was bad. The Bills' white jerseys with the silver numbers, those were bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll say that, of all that might be a close second to the Commanders' white uniforms was the Bills' rivalry white uniforms. Those are bad. Those are bad. I didn't like those. All time? All time would be a different question. And by all time, I mean I'll talk Super Bowl era because we can go and talk about uniforms back from the 30s that people wouldn't like. Even though I did love the Giant centenary uniforms, I don't want to hear shit about it.
I know you liked my powder blue, yellow.
The Eagles
jersey.
piss yellow and baby blue is, I thought by far a worse uniform than the Giants one. But whatever. I'll say, ELS says, other than the Packers one, he says Commanders white. All right, at least I got somebody on it with me. But all time bad uniforms. And here's the problem. There's been a lot recently.
Yeah.
I think of the Buccaneers alarm clock. I think of the Vikings Favre era with all the extraneous piping on it. That was bad. There's a lot of it. The Bills. Remember when the Bills kind of had that shoulder, the blue shoulder yoke on them, and they tried to add like the nickel traces to stuff. Like that was bad. The Bills of the early mid 2000s was bad.
Yeah.
Before they switched over to these uniforms they have now, those Bills uniforms were over-designed disasters. So that's up there with me. That one was bad. Boy, it's hard for me to think because there's a lot. I'm a uniform guy, so there's a lot of bad ones out there. There's a lot of bad ones out there. Jets one was bad.
One of the throwback ones that I never liked was the Steelers Bumblebees.
ELS just said the same exact thing. He said,
did he?
And see, this is where we differ. Because I wish I had one of those. I love those uniforms.
They look like they were from The Longest Yard.
And not only that, but I also had one, like the ones they wore this year. I have a jersey like that, but that was from '94 for the 75th anniversary NFL. I actually had, my brother got me one of those jerseys for Christmas because I loved it so much. Barry's Banana Foster, baby. I had it. My brother bought me that jersey. It's got the crest on the front and everything, and oh god, it was great. I love that jersey. So I love that one.
Wasn't Barry Foster the one that got arrested for like 3,000 pounds of marijuana in his trunk?
No, that was a cowboy.
Oh no, that was Bam Morris.
It might have been Bam Morris. I think didn't Nate Newton get arrested for that too? Nate Newton got arrested for something similar. I mean, he had something like 3,000 pounds of fucking weed in his Escalade or something.
Yeah.
Kratzy says the Oilers had some. I got to tell you, I don't think the Oilers have ever had a bad uniform. When they had the silver, helmet, silver pants, and the Columbia blue. When they had the white, the one that the Oilers uniform that we all think about the Oilers. Like, I don't think the Oilers ever had a bad uniform. The Oilers always.
I agree.
I'll say this, and I know I was looking for those, and I just shit on it too. The Titans uniforms that they had for the last 8 years, that's definitely one I would wear. Those were so bad. I hate. If for nothing else, the numbers were fucking atrocious on that. The number font that they came up with for that uniform was so bad. And those numbers actually were thickened. When they first debuted those uniforms, the numbers were even thinner. And they adjusted it quickly before the season started to kind of thicken them up. But those Titans uniforms were horrendous.
Yeah.
The Bears 75th. Yeah, but the Bears 75th anniversary jersey was kind of like the Steelers one. So I liked that one. I didn't mind that one. And I also like the one that they used recently, the one that had like the stripes on the shoulders all the way down to the sleeve. I like those. Those are. I mean, I thought those were pretty slamming. Those are pretty cool. I like to see somebody kind of bring that back as a modern take on a uniform. Let's go.
Yeah.
I like those.
Yeah, the Bear ones I was okay with too, but the Steelers one, no go for me.
Here's the thing: the only thing that killed the Giants' Centennial uniforms was having the khaki pants.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Brian Dable.
Well, that too, but I mean just based on the uniform itself. But I think that if they would have done like the gray pants with like a stripe on it, because the helmet was from one era, the jersey was from another, the pants were from another. I was like, if they just would have done like the gray pants with the 3 thin stripes on it, and the way the rest of I think that would have helped the uniform from that. But wearing the khaki for some of the guys, especially the white guys, it looked like they were naked from the waist down, which I'm sure would have been fine for you if you ever got caught by an officer of the law. I only had 2. Look at the pants.
Only two.
So those were, those are fine. Talk about a muddy wet ass.
That was funny.
That was a good day, man. That was a good day. We had that was fun. That was it's kind of what I kind of want to do here. It's kind of why we got this. Some of the old bar times we used to have.
Yeah.
Oh God, maybe you know what? One day, if we do get enough people and enough stuff like that, we can do like one of those things that like Tom Grossi does, or some of the other ones, where we do like the charity streams, to get a certain amount of money for stuff. We could do a shift marathon.
Okay.
For like charity.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Where we just said we can recreate the shift that we had. If anybody doesn't know the aura of the shift, that was a time where me and Jimbo, we had planned to go wish one of our good friends goodbye. They were leaving Northeast Pennsylvania at the time and moving back to New Jersey. We were supposed to go and say goodbye and how you doing, whatever. We ended up just sitting at a bar and drinking for 12 hours.
Yep.
That's just what ended up happening. So we call that the shift. That might be something to keep in the back pocket there in the old brain there of something that we might do if we ever have the ability to do that. Raise money or do something like that. Do something good, for the children. Wu-Tang's for the children. We can just sit there and do a shift. It'll be the worst stream anybody's ever seen in their lives, but we'll do it. We will do it. And it'll be fun. We might have to do that when we're both, like, if I go up there. Like, if we're both in the same place at the same time, it'd probably be a little bit better if we do that. Crafty says, I didn't like the St. Louis Rams early 2000 uniforms. I blame that for costing us the second ring. I agree. I thought at the time it was a decent update, but the more I look at it, I really hate that Ram head logo that they had back then. Some people still love it. I hated that. I thought they needed a logo because up until that time they were kind of like the Browns. Their logo was their helmet with the ram horn on it. And so at the time when they got that ram head logo, I was like, oh, all right, cool. They got a ram head. It actually had a logo. You can see it's fine, whatever. But, boy, you look at that logo now. That Rams logo looks super dated. It looks super dated. Evil Zombie Dad in the chat says, go Patriots. Thanks so much for joining us there, Evil Zombie Dad. And you can say go Patriots. That's fine. My Giants beat you twice in the Super Bowl, so I'm okay with that. That's okay. And his Eagles beat you once, too. We are currently, these two guys here, undefeated against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So, no! You lost once. You lost once to the Patriots. That's right.
They cheated. That's why that one has an asterisk next to it.
It's only got an ass next to it, and that's because
2 drinks.
I'll tell you what, though. As much as I hate it, because I hate the Eagles, and I'm not a huge fan of this particular athlete, Terrell Owens in that game.
Yeah.
On a basically busted leg. I mean, you can do nothing but say, a salute to that,
Yeah.
He was.
I still blame Andy Reid for that loss.
A lot of people blame Andy Reid. A lot of people blame Donovan McNabb. A lot of he's throwing up there during the 2-minute drill or whatever. It was they Just the Eagles, man. They just weren't ready. Weren't ready for prime time.
Oh, we were, but we weren't ready to be spied on. So.
Oh, God! Stop it! Stop it!
Who was the senator back then that wanted to, when that came out, they wanted to pass a bill or something like that to have the Patriots. It was a Pennsylvania senator. I'll have to look it up.
That sounds like something Bob Casey would have done. It sounds like something Casey would have done.
It might have been the father. Yeah.
It might have been
Yeah,
him,
he
or it might have.
wanted to
No,
do something
who was
legal.
the one? He was. I think it was down in Philadelphia. I think it was like he used to be the Philly mayor, and then he was. What was his name? I think I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about. Hold on. I gotta look this up.
Yeah, because even when I saw that, I'm like, back then I was laughing my ass off. Like, dude, you're not gonna do anything about it.
I forget who the hell who was even in office then. No, I don't think it was either one of those. What the hell? I don't think it was.
Because he ended up being on a people's court, wasn't it? He was a judge for the people's court for a little while there. There was after the original people's
that was
court
Ed
guy.
Koch. That was the mayor of New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It might have been the mayor of Philadelphia. What year was that game? Was that 2004?
That was 2004.
No, that's not. No, it's not who I was thinking of. So
I'll have to look it up tomorrow or
yeah,
something.
I don't know. We have to find out. Yeah, but I do remember something like he had everybody coming out of the woodwork trying to, be like, oh, the Patriots can't do that. The Patriots.
Yeah.
ELS. I'm sorry. I'm having the 2 drinks. Yeah, everybody was coming out the Patriots. Like my whole point was, Giants beat them. Doesn't seem like. What's everybody talking about? How hard it is to beat these Patriots teams? I don't know. It seems kind of easy for the Giants.
I don't know. Giants.
It seems
got
just like it's a skill issue, really, if you're really talking about it.
Giants got a favorable call there because that ball did touch the ground that Tyrese caught, or Tyree.
What?
The helmet catch. That ball hit the ground. That should never count it.
When did he lose control of the ball?
When he hit the ground. He went,
Clearly not. Clearly not.
Well, clearly not because you guys paid off the refs to make the bad call.
If you wanted to say, if you wanted to make the argument that, oh, he should have been called, in the grasp or called as a sack or something like that, you have a more legitimate argument with that. I'm not saying it's legitimate, but it would be more legitimate than saying that David Tyree didn't have possession of that ball. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say. Oh yeah, Tolbert got signed by the Dolphins. That's a big takeaway from the Cowboys.
Yeah,
the Dolphins. That's a big one.
Really, all Dallas did this offseason so far is just their defensive line.
What's that?
I said it seems like the only thing that Dallas really did this offseason so far is their defensive line.
No. Yeah, well, again, they lost Tolbert. But they are working on defense, which is something they need to do. But you can lose Tolbert if you still have the weapons that they have on offense, and they do. They've got Pickens. Yeah. He's there on the tag. You've got CeeDee Lamb there, so you're good on that. I think the Cowboys offense, as we saw this year too, the Cowboys, and if the Cowboys defense wasn't terrible, Dak Prescott probably is MVP. And I'm a Giants fan. I don't want to say that, but Dak Prescott had a hell of a fucking year. It was just that the Cowboys their defense wasn't any good until the last third of the year when they traded for, they got Quinton Williams there from the Jets, or Quincy Williams from the Jets, and they got a couple other pieces there to make the defense better than what it was, because that first half, 2/3 of the season.
Yeah. Dallas had to score 40 points a game just to be in it.
Right. But that's what I mean. Dak, objectively, had just an MVP level year. But the Cowboys were just that bad, so he just it was just unfortunate. It was unfortunate that he couldn't do that. Crafty in the chat says, I've always said if it wasn't for a I always said if that wasn't a Super Bowl with the Lombardi on the line, there's a good likelihood that a whistle would have been blown. A lot of people have said that, Crafty. A lot of people have said that about the Eli play there, whether he would have. I get it. ELS says, also, the Buccaneers creamsicle jerseys are the best of all time. They are great. They are great. But I think I've made this argument during the year too. I think while I like the Buccaneers creamsicles, I really do. I think they work better now as the third jersey, as a permanent kind of throwback alternate jersey for the Buccaneers. Whereas, when I look at the Seahawks and I look at the Broncos and their throwback uniforms, those need to be brought back full time. Those uniforms absolutely need to be brought back full time because they're both better than what either team has or has had since they moved on from those uniforms.
Yeah.
So the thing is, Seattle, they could at some point now, because they've had these uniforms for 15 years or so, now they could change uniforms. And like I said, I think with the Seahawks, all you have to do is take the modern Seahawk they have now, slap that on a silver helmet, take the modern Seahawk and put it on the sleeve, kind of like the old school Seahawk was. Like all you have to do is replace the old Seahawk with the modern Seahawk on the throwback uniforms, and you're set, you're done, you're ready to go. That's all you need to do. And those would be instantly some of the best uniforms in the NFL, if not the best. And for the Broncos, I don't think you need to touch them. Take those throwbacks, put them back. I never liked the Cyber Horse.
Yeah.
When they introduced it in 97, I never liked the Cyber Horse. And they have just stuck with it because they won Super Bowls with it. And now they're still doing it. It's like, I just get. So I think the Broncos need to go to the throwback route. Seahawks need to go throwback route. I think the Buccaneers, great as an alternate. But the problem is the Buccaneers uniforms they have now, I think are so good. You can't replace them. They've won 2 Super Bowls in those uniforms. And it's just a great uniform. I'm sorry. I think the Buccaneers have some of the best uniforms in the NFL. They really look good. As somebody who's a bit of a nerd about this, I'm
very true.
I'm a bit of an autistic when it comes to. I'm artistic and autistic when it comes to uniforms and logos and shit. But I mean, it is just simply one of the better uniforms out there. It really is. We were talking about something and I forgot because I got sidetracked by uniforms again. Oh, speaking of sidetrack, I've seen some of these too. I don't know if you've seen it as well. Apparently, Megan Fox has kind of broken her silence and is kind of coming back out into the social media world by posting some workout photos of herself. I gotta say, she has not lost her fastball, man. Not at all. I think she. And also, because I'm looking at it right now, for as much pipe has been through her, Kim Kardashian is still fucking bringing it.
Yeah.
She's still bringing it, man.
Yeah.
1,000%.
I saw a picture of her the other day. I could agree with.
I think we might be looking at the same one, the one on Barstool, the workout one with the sweat. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, now see in my mind, I know everything in Hollywood has been through that. I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. But if presented in front of me and offered freely of free will, are you saying no?
Hell no.
I'm not saying no. I'm not going to say no. That's legitimately the old saying, not throwing them out of bed for eating crackers.
Yep.
She's going to have a fun time eating this cracker. I'll let you know that right now.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh, ELS with a little bit of breaking. Look at that. We got some breaking news here as we were doing our open bar here. Which, by the way, ELS says, awesome idea to do this open bar show. Well, thank you very much, ELS. It's been fun. It's been fun. This is a nice little thing. Nice little talk to everybody. You know what I mean?
It kind of feels like, back in the day.
Yeah, kind of how we just. Well, again, when we talked about this, it's been 10 years now since we came up with the idea of doing this show, and the original concept for it was two guys in a bar just bullshitting. It took us 10 years of trying to be talk shows or trying to be other podcasts or trying to be polished or do something like that. It took us 10 years to get to the point of just being two drunk guys sitting in the bar talking about shit. And here we are. We finally did it. Open bar. Ha ha. We got there. But anyway, yes, ELS with some breaking news here. Austin Matthews, star of Team USA Hockey and of the Toronto Maple Leafs, which nobody wanted him there. They started booing him there in Canada and tried to make him into a villain. He's going to miss the rest of the season, sustaining a grade 3. Oh, God, no. MCL tear and a quad contusion that occurred against the Anaheim Mighty Ducks on Thursday. Oh, shit.
Did you see the hit?
I did. I saw some clips of it, yeah.
I mean, Gudis did put the leg out there, but it wasn't like obvious that like he stretched his leg. I think it was a little bit of incidental and a little bit of purpose.
Being Gudis, I'm surprised it wasn't his forehead that caused the fucking injury. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I can't believe he's a captain on that team.
Who would have fucking thought Captain Forehead, Jesus Christ. I remember seeing his first pictures with the Flyers, and I used to I think I made a meme where I had I extended his forehead even further, but it wasn't that exaggerated from what it was. That motherfucker's got a forehead. Jesus Christ. ELS also telling us the Eagles will not trade wide receiver A.J. Brown at this time, quote unquote, despite serious conversation with the Rams and Patriots. That's according to Diana Rossini. Speaking of dimes.
Yeah, just too bad she sucks at fucking reporting.
Well, she works for The Athletic, so again, that's, no accounting for taste. Yeah. But, I mean, as far as like all-time sports, she's up there as far as all-time sports hotties. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, I don't know, who would you really put at the top of that list? Because there's a couple real good ones. And I'm not talking about like Italian soccer or Mexican games. We know that they're cheating when it comes to their female sports reporters. But like I think you got to consider Erin Andrews the top one. She's clearly a top pick. And who's there was a couple others. Hold on. Now I gotta look this up because I got the 2 drink ring. So now. Because you got a couple real, like, OG, like Melissa Stark. That was the one I was thinking of. I couldn't think of her name. Melissa Stark. She does the sideline report now, but she's been around forever. But she's still fine as hell. I think Melissa Stark you got to have up there. But yeah, Diana Rossini is Mina Kimes. Again, not a big fan of Mina Kimes either from her reporting or takes or things like that. She's got some really horrendous fucking sports takes. Say what you want about her.
She's like the Skip Bayless.
She's kind of a female Skip Bayless. I'm not gonna say. I wouldn't go that far. That's a little mean. That almost feels mean. I don't know if anybody that, but she does have some pretty horrendous sports takes. But she's also, especially if you're of the Asian persuasion, as they say. She's a fine female reporter. But yeah, Diana Rossini, especially, and it's probably something with me because I'm from Jersey, so it's a little gabagool, a little how you doing, you gotta. There's something about that Italian, Italian American girls, Pepper Jack, she's Italian American,
Yeah.
Hopefully she's not listening to me talk about how much I like all these other girls. None of them are nearly as beautiful as my
I didn't
Pepper
see
Jack.
I didn't see no frying pan get thrown at you yet. So
Not yet, or the wooden spoon. I haven't gotten either one of those yet. So. Eli says, "Oh fuck, a female Skip Bayless? No." But yeah, I'm going to tell you what. It feels like AJ Brown's going to get traded. Even though they're saying like
I
not
mean,
now because they probably haven't got anything. Maybe they're trying to also bump up a price or do something like that. This feels more like a negotiating tactic to me than anything else. But
I was actually thinking about this before we came on. If you said to me what would be more likely to happen, Micah Parsons getting traded from Dallas to Green Bay or A.J. Brown to Patriots, Rams, which one do I think would happen first or most likely? I thought Parsons. I think Parsons would have been the one. I don't think A.J. is getting traded this season. Next off season, I think he's gone.
I think there's enough toxicity in the building from maybe not even just him, but I think him and either the locker room or organization in and of itself, because the thing was, we were hearing a ton of scuttlebutt out of the NovaCare complex.
Yeah.
About the drama and the nonsense and the toxicity that was happening in the building, in the locker room, amongst not just the players, but the front office and stuff. Like, there was a lot of, we don't think this player can be this. We feel like, this is starting to feel like Jalen Hurts is starting to feel like Carson Wentz 2.0. And, like, these are, unnamed sources, of course, so you have to take everything with a grain of salt. But, where there's smoke, there's fire. And there was a lot of smoke coming out of the NovaCare complex last year. So it feels like something's going to happen. To me, it feels like either AJ goes or Hurts goes. And I don't think Hurts is going
first. Yeah. For me, I think it is the reason why I don't think he'll get traded this offseason, maybe during the season, but this offseason, see how the offense goes. I really think Patillo fucked him up. He fucked the whole team up, but if this offense comes out firing like it's supposed to come out firing, I think then he'll calm back down a little bit. And then next offseason, that's when we'll get the first and second round pick for him. And the Rams being a team of interest, I don't see him going to the Rams. I saw someone.
Somebody was trying to push it. Somebody tried to say they were going to do a Puka for AJ straight up. I was like, are you out of your fucking mind?
If that's the case, then okay, I'm okay.
Of course, you're fine with it. I'm sitting there back like, are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your mind?
Puka's slowly becoming nuts. So, we might get a year or two out of him.
You kind of like it, though. You do kind of like it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the anti-Semitism stuff, maybe. I don't know. But,
Yeah, that we need to back off a little bit.
I didn't know what I would. But here's the other thing, too. Like, anybody else, I wouldn't have believed if they said it. Puka saying, I don't know what I was saying. He just told me to say something. I said it. When it comes to Puka, I almost kind of believe it. Because he strikes me as having the same mentality as Cam Scatterbo, only as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's kind of just have that, give me ball, run through things. Like, that seems to be the Puka mindset. Yeah. So him just being like, I don't know, he was saying stuff, so I said it. It was like, normally I would be like, that's bullshit. It comes to Puka, it's like,
maybe.
I could see it. Oh, God. But ELS saying,
I mean, if they, let's just say they include Puka in the trade here,
right?
AJ was bitching about his targets with just Devontae Smith. Can you imagine what he'd do with Devontae Adams, Puka? Like.
But here's the other thing too. And somebody did bring up this point as well, and I'll get to your point in a second, ELS. I'm sorry. They feel like you were saying, like Patillo kind of screwed him over. It feels like because of how the production dropped off this year for AJ, that might have driven his value down. So some teams might be looking to trade for him on the cheap, saying like, well, you only produced this much, while the Eagles are still trying to sit there and say, he's a top quality guy. He just had a shit offensive coordinator. What do you want us to do? So it seems like there might be a little disconnect there. And that's why the deals or any deals haven't quite gone through yet, because the Eagles are still looking for top shelf price, and everybody else is looking for, Bankers Club and Vlad price, they're looking for a bottom shelf.
Yeah.
ELS says, also been hearing rumors Kirk Cousins to the Packers. Jordan Love's going to be a backup real quick if that happens.
I was going to say, yeah.
I don't know if you want that, ELS. You're gonna get him thinking, oh, wow, we got a solid backup. Drama. It's going to be like, I don't know. Unless Jordan Love really starts blowing people out of the water or just straight up blowing people, I don't know. That might be Kirk Cousins' fucking job, man. I got to tell you. Because we went into the year saying, boy, Jordan Love, it looked like he was doing something at the end of last year, but we'll see. He's got to really prove it this year. He had the previous year, it looked like it was a breakout year. Then 2024 was 2025. He seemed like it took a step back. Maybe 2025 will be where he steps up.
Yeah.
He had, as me and Jimbo both, I think, correctly observed, some Will Levisonian level plays.
Yes.
With some of those interceptions and some of those decisions that he was making were not just bad, they were criminal.
Yeah.
So now you're going to bring in Kirk Cousins. And whether you think Kirk Cousins is an elite quarterback or was an elite quarterback or anything like that, if anything, he is a solid NFL quarterback, I think, to this point. Still good and a stabilizing force. You bring in Kirk Cousins, that's going to, and maybe that's what they're looking at. Maybe they're looking to light a fire under Love's ass and to be like, hey, get something done. You better start upping your game or we're going to put in Kirk Cousins real quick. And now they don't have Malik Willis to fall back on.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And that's the other thing, too. Malik Willis, for the time that he played in Green Bay, looked really good. So good, in fact, that it got him a contract down in Miami now, where he's probably going to be the starter.
And he made that offense look good, too.
Yeah. And now you're also talking about an offense that you don't have the great Gazoo on there anymore. He's off to New England. Which is, again, that's going to look so bad because it's a silver helmet and it's going to be cloth. It's just, they got to find a better way to do that. They got to do it better.
Put an antenna on his helmet.
Throw me the ball, dum-dum. ELS says, if Love doesn't have a big year, we need to make some changes. Yeah, I think
it'll be the whole team change.
Yeah, because it seems like the Packers, after Love had that big playoff game against the Cowboys, and then almost got them to the NFC Championship game by beating the 49ers. That was a close game. I think that was the first ever game we live streamed on this channel. I did it from my phone in the living room, and we live streamed that game from here. I zoomed you from my phone, and you live streamed from your computer on there. We live streamed that game. That was crazy. What a setup that was. Jesus Christ. But we did it.
We watched enough MacGyver to
we
get
did.
it all together.
By hook or by crook, we fucking got that done. I think you could probably still find that somewhere on the channel way back in the day.
Yeah.
But that Niners-Packers game, again, they almost made it to the NFC Championship game. And it seemed like, boy, this was it. So the Packers seemed to put all their eggs in that basket. And it has not paid off the way they thought it was going to. So
yeah,
I don't know what to tell you. I'm hoping the Giants. I'm hoping to see Jackson Dart have a good year this year. I'm hoping to see everybody stay healthy. A lot of rumors. There's a lot of rumors, and I know you're not going to like this. A lot of rumors about the Giants being very high on one Jeremiah Love out of the University of Notre Dame.
We're going to trade all our draft picks and get up there and get him.
Which is sad to me because I think if we get him, then we're going to lose Tyrone Tracy. And I love Tyrone Tracy. I do.
Yeah, but who would you rather more?
But, that's what I mean. Who would you rather? And I know we got Rickard from the Ravens as the fullback, and some people
Yeah.
might be saying, "Well, doesn't that take away from Scatterbo or something?" It's like, I don't think so. Like again, I think Rickard is good as the fullback, as that blocking back. Could you imagine you have Rickard blocking for Cam Scatterbo?
That's what I mean.
Holy shit!
I mean, you figure Pickett's going to hit a middle linebacker, and once Scatterbo,
And then you get
breaks
Scatterbo
past
with a
him,
head of
he's
steam
looking at
behind him.
safeties.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck, everybody else. So that part's kind of fun. And then you throw in, you'd have Jeremiah Love there as the change of pace back, who could then just do a couple of nifty moves, break out the outside, and just fucking go.
Yeah. But
Love to see it. Would love to see it.
let's just remember, Joe Shane is still your GM, so he'll probably draft freaking a punter at number 5.
And listen, somebody might take him. Somebody might take him beforehand. He's high. He's high on a lot of people's boards, so I get it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going into the draft like going into last year's draft. It was Abdul Carter or bust. Like we knew who was coming in at number 3, and if it was anybody else, I was going to throw a riot. And it seems like it took Abdul a little while to kind of get on board, but once Shane Bowen was fired, he seemed to lock in and was good. So shocking. You get rid of Shane Bowen, and all of a sudden some of the defensive players actually play well. Go figure. Plus, we also heard that Brian Dable was letting him come in late and do everything like that. So it was like,
Yeah, there was
thank
no
you to Kafka
accountability.
for kind of like whipping some of the guys into shape and being like, no, you didn't come in the meeting? Guess what? You're sitting for the whole first quarter. Eat shit. We're already out of the playoffs. What the fuck? Shut the fuck up and sit down. What are you talking about? So yeah, I'm interested. My dad seems to be very high on the Giants this season. He thinks the Giants have a chance to go to the playoffs. I'm not getting anywhere near that. I'm keeping my expectations low. Do I think we'll be improved? Yes. Just based on the stability of Harbaugh and organizationally, and having him have the reins of it over Joe Shane, where Joe Shane has basically been told to sit in a chair in the corner and just watch. Yeah, he got the cuck chair, baby. He got the cuck chair. So I'm okay with that, but I'm still not going to sit there and say like, "Oh, worst to first," or "Oh, we're going to go big." Like I'm not jumping in on that. I will reevaluate my expectations in week 8 and see where we're standing and see how things are. But my expectations are improved, but probably still not in the playoffs. But I think we'll be playing meaningful games in December. I'll say that. I think maybe first or second week of December.
Last year.
What's that?
This is how you were last year at this point of the year.
Yeah, I know. I tried to pull it back.
Still gonna suck, and as it got draft hits, you're gonna get Jeremiah Love, and you're like, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're gonna go back to back now, and week 1 comes and you guys lose 65-0, and
no, that was
just get
literally
shattered.
about the middle of the second quarter, and I was
Yeah.
apoplectic. I was just like, well, season's done. Fire Dable. Why didn't we fire him in January? Like I told everybody, we're going to end up firing him halfway through the season like the Jets did last year to Saleh, and we're going to end up in a bad situation. And what happened, Jimbo? What happened, Jimbo? Oh, we fired Daboll halfway through the year. Oh, the season was lost before we even reached the middle of October. Oh, the Giants season was a massive fucking giant dumpster fire. Oh, my God. Who could have predicted that? Oh, this fat fuck right here. This guy. He predicted it all the way back last February. I fucking predicted that shit.
Yeah, at least you got a nice stadium.
Why you gotta be a dick? Why you gotta be a dick? I wonder. Part of me wonders if they're gonna try to, or at least maybe experiment with keeping the grass there for a while after the World Cup. I wonder.
That's what, June, July?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's July. With Iran, Iran came out and said, "Oh, we're not going to participate in a World Cup in America." It's like, guys, I hate to tell you, I don't think your government's going to be in position to make that decision by that point. I think it's going to be a completely new government, and by that point, they might be welcome with open arms. I got to tell you.
But,
I don't know if you're making that far.
But it's very quiet in the news. Very quiet.
Very quiet. Not a lot going on. There's not a lot of, it's almost like you're not hearing anything. It's almost like people are having cardboard cutouts to try to make statements or something. It's just. Did you see that video? Please tell me
I
you
just
saw
see nothing
that
about
video.
cardboard cutouts.
It was.
No.
There was a video because the IRGC elected the new supreme leader, the son of the old Ayatollah.
I don't want to be the
Mustafa
supreme
Kemal.
leader.
But he was in the room of the initial attacks.
Okay.
So that killed the last Ayatollah, his father.
Yeah.
So all the reports are like he has no leg and he's in a coma. So they have a meeting of what's remaining of the IRGC so that they can pledge allegiance to the new supreme leader.
Okay.
But he's in a coma and missing a leg and may be dead. We're not exactly sure, but he may be dead. So like a scene right out of it looks like South Park. I'm not even lying. The guy comes out. It's a plain cardboard, like a box from IKEA. It's literally like a Target, like an Amazon box you get in the mail. Plain cardboard color, cut out in a vague shape of a human figure, with a picture of Mustafa Kemal's Khamenei's face.
Oh wait, no, I did
pasted
see
on
this.
the front.
Yeah.
And he's like, they're all pledging allegiance to the cardboard cutout.
Was
Well, this
that
guy's
what
like
that video
kissing
was?
it and all that.
Oh my god.
It's so bad. It's so fucking hilariously bad. Like, I don't care which way whether you're think we should be there or not or whatever. Like, however you want to fall in it. That in and of itself,
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. Just
Now that you said that, yeah, I saw that, and I thought it was like people making fun of the situation.
you thought it was just somebody like no, that is what they legitimately did.
Wow.
It is by far one of the most absurd things I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
I was like, it looks like South Park. It looks like South Park. And then, of course, after that, all the memes came out, and people were doing AI of the cardboard cutout and doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. When I first became aware of that, I only saw the memes first. So I thought they were joking, like the way they had represented the cardboard cutout with the head on it. I thought they were like exaggerating it. I thought by cardboard cutout they meant it was like a Taylor Swift big cardboard cutout. Like it would be the whole body, everything like that. You'd see how it was. It was just a cardboard cutout of her. No, it was literally a piece of cardboard cut out to a vaguely human shape. I was dying.
How does that conversation go? Like, does it go? Well, the bylaws say as long as we have a picture of him, we could say we support him.
That's the part of me feels like they named him leader because he's in a coma. So it's like, okay, he's in a coma. We can do whatever we want. We actually run shit. But he's in a coma or dead. And here's the other thing: if he's actually dead at this point, you can't kill a dead supreme leader. He's already dead. There you go. It's foolproof. It's a foolproof plan. It can't fail. It can't fail. This is gonna work great. Playing 4D chess, baby. Ah, you sneaky Americans. Yeah. We're going to outsmart you with this one. You can't kill our supreme leader if he's already dead. God.
Wow.
Oh, good times. Good times around the world, everybody. Everyone's having a good time.
That's up there with, let's just keep all meeting in the same area.
Oh, my God. Good. You figured. After the first strike, it's like, who wants to pay for the Zoom membership? Anybody?
I was gonna say.
Anybody? Ali, maybe you. All right, somebody? No. We have to meet together to pick another supreme leader. Okay. How are we going to do that? All meet in the same goddamn fucking place at the same time. And then act surprised when you get blown up again.
Yeah.
And so they had to call it. Finally, they got smart. By the third time, they were like, let's meet online with our council of experts. Who's an expert? Everybody else is dead. You got no other experts. There's nobody else there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. ELS in the chat says MetLife Stadium is a burning dumpster. No shit. It's a terrible place. Also says he thinks the Giants will finish first or second in the division.
I mean, I'll be honest. Second's a possibility. I don't know about first.
I am not throwing the Eagles out right now, and I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
I'm not throwing the Cowboys out either. The Redskins can go
That's
either
what I
way.
mean. That's what I mean. I could see the Giants and Cowboys go 2-3.
I can see, again, outside, I think I can see either the Eagles or Cowboys at 1-2.
Okay.
And I can see either the Giants, Cowboys, or Redskins at 2-3-4. If that makes any sense. Like I said, I don't think the Giants can get to the top, and I don't think Washington right now can get to the top. They might. Again, we don't know. We didn't think they could do that 2 years ago, and they did. So,
Yeah.
but
And it's been years since we had back-to-back-to-back division winners too. I mean, probably decades.
yeah. And I think that was the Eagles too, yeah, because that was when the Eagles were winning all of the division championships and going to the Super Bowl or going to the NFC Championship game, and losing. But I feel like, I mean, again, can the Giants do it? We've seen worst to first before. They have happened. But again, they've happened when nobody saw them coming.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to, because, and again, here's something else that's different, I think, that I try to be different about on this than from other places. I try not to do the hot takes.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be everybody's go-to, is to do the hot takes and say like something really fucking stupid and really out there and be like, oh, well, not only do I think the Giants will be improved, I think the Giants, like, I saw a clip the other day of Craig Carton. Do you know who Craig Carton is?
No.
Okay, he was a radio host in New York. He's back to being a radio host in New York. I think he had a national show for a while. He was also in jail for a couple of years for a betting scandal and illegal betting. Be that as it may, on one of his shows, he had put out the take, and he's like, "Listen, Travis Kelce, he's done. He's not going to Kansas City. Why? Because he made it clear, as crystal clear as it could be, he wants to play for the New York Giants coming up. This is where he's coming. Trust me, he's a free agent now. He's coming to the New York Giants. This is what I mean." What?
Like, seriously?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
No. I don't think he had any desire to play with the Giants. I don't think he wants to play with the Giants. He's very comfortable in Kansas City, and if he's going to ride out, he's not going to spend the last year of his career on another team when he's been riding out with them. Plus, him and Taylor's Bang Bungalow is in the Kansas City area. He's not. What? And then, sure enough, like literally like 12 hours later, he signs the deal to go back to Kansas City. It's like,
Yeah.
that was somebody who just said something to say something to make a headline for people to say, what the fuck? Like Skip Bayless, like a Skip Bayless kind of take.
Yeah.
I never want to be that guy. I never want to be the guy that just says a take and says like, "Oh, this is, oh boy, AJ Brown. Not only is he going to get traded, the Eagles are going to trade him to the Giants, or they're going to trade him to the Cowboys because that's what, they're going to try to get back a haul for that, and they're going to, what? Like, why? Why even say that? Why even bring that up? Because people do that for clickbait. I don't want to get clickbait. I want people to watch us because they're entertained by how fucking stupid we are. That's what I want. That's all I give a shit about. Like, listen, we're dumb and whatever, and we're, 2 beers. And that's just what we're doing here. So, is there anything else you want to bring up here, Jimbo?
I don't think so. I think we talked about everything that I wanted to bring up and you brought up.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's not even that we have a set thing.
Yeah.
Like when we do, like the whole thing with the open bar is that it's open. No, I think it's conversations. We've talked about Aaron Andrews. We've talked about you wanting
Cardboard
to
cutouts.
having desire to wear football pants for some reason. Yeah. We've talked about cardboard cutouts Mustafa Kameni. We've talked about a lot of sports things in and out, some hockey. We've talked some World Baseball Classic. We've talked, which, by the way, what is going on with that? Let me take a look.
Forgot to
Get
look.
a quick little update here.
See, I was having so much fun here that I forgot. It came on at 8 o'clock.
It is. Let's check out the scores. No, I don't want your cookies. Fuck you and your cookies. It is bottom of the second. USA up 1-0 on Canada. Canada's got one out and one man on first as it stands right now. And in the other game, the República Dominica, they're up 7-0 on Korea. Holy shit. So, yeah, that's not great. Well, not great for them anywhere. And then tomorrow is Puerto Rico and Italy, and Venezuela and Japan.
Was Japan French?
Actually, the Japanese call themselves Nippon. So, which of course makes me think of nipples. So, Crafty says, "Who has less job security, a Jets quarterback or an Ayatollah?" Whether you're a quarterback or an Ayatollah, your day is going to be ruined by the Jets. Let's be honest. Ah! Oh, look at it! I'm on fire, just like an Ayatollah. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
Crafty says, Jimbo's run out of mineral water. Time to end the show.
No, I got 2 drinks left.
Technically, I guess there would be some minerals in here. Being made of barley, hops, and
very
sweet,
hoppy,
delicious spring. No, stop with that IPA shit. I think I've had this conversation before. Fuck.
Yeah, we did.
IPAs are fucking terrible. They are disgusting. I hate them. ELS Crafty. Crafty, you've done it again. Oh. That's why we love having Crafty here. Bye, Crafty, ELS guys. Thank you so much for joining us on this initial, this pilot episode of Open Bar. I almost forgot it for a second. 2 beers. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here and sticking along for this. We're going to, again, this is every Friday. We're going to do so. Again, hopefully, the more we do this, the more YouTube is like, oh, this is a regular program. And then they start maybe trying to recommend it a little bit. Or maybe they look at it and say, oh, these are just 2 fucking morons. And they bury us down something. So either way, but we will be doing this every Friday. Again, it's either going to be 6 or 8. We'll hammer it out there and see what it is eventually going to be. But either then, so just on Fridays, leave your evenings open. Because let's face facts. Nobody here has any dates. I don't have a date. You don't have a date. Nobody's got any dates. Nobody. Where the fuck are we going? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What's everybody out there doing? We're not doing anything. Not doing it. So come on and join your boys here. And, it's better than just doing some weird Q&A shit, And, I mean, you can do Q&A. I love Q&A. I love hearing questions. Yeah. I love answering questions. I love doing that shit. But again, I like doing it about really anything. I like throwing it out there. Yeah. Let's do stuff. But yeah, so we'll do more of this. I don't know if there's anything else coming up during the week that I'm going to be doing or that we'll be doing anyway, here. Maybe now that the game's been postponed, maybe on Monday I'll do the Green Bay Blizzard game. I don't know. I can't do anything tomorrow because I'm going to be at my mother's-in-law. I said it again. Mother-in-law.
You did it again.
Crafty. We either get monetized or liver failure, whichever one comes first. It's probably going to be liver failure. It's cirrhosis, baby. Here we come. Let's go. That's good times. That's good times right there. But yes, thank you everybody for joining us. If you liked any part of this particular drunken shenaniganry, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button, and of course hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, or this is your first time here. As we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. If you want to help us out even more, we have a link for our donation station, which right now is at Buy Me a Coffee. It will be Patreon soon. Down in the description below, we also have our link for the merch station down below there as well. And merch station, merch store, one of the things. Also, we have our Discord down there. I know Discord's going through some kind of, they're going through a little thing. They want everybody's face or something. I haven't been asked to do that yet, and I haven't done that yet, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of okay with it. Until if they ask me to do that, I guess we're not going to have a Discord anymore, but if you still...
I'll take a picture of my ass for them.
Yeah, you go. In football pants. Make sure they're in the football pants.
My fat ass.
A fat ass in the football pants. Hut hike. I did that a little too well. I don't know why I did that way.
Yeah, you did.
Probably. I only had 2 beers, so. But if you still want to join us there on the Discord, you can. It's quiet. Obviously, we don't have much going on there, but if you want to make it noisy and have fun in there, please go right ahead. Just, honestly, run amok. I don't give a shit. But again, thank you guys so much for joining us. And until at least next Friday, when we'll have another open bar here with everybody, my name is King. That is your good friend Jimbo right over there. And we will see you then. Adios, everybody. Have a great, great rest of your Friday.